should be good. Let's minimize that. Minimize that. Get rid of that. Okay. Cool. Match notifications. Scheduled series. What the fuck does slump god mean? I'm just gonna throw Bulljack's the slump god in there. Wait, we need to go on Urban Dictionary.
But I love it.
I'm gonna go on Urban Dictionary and see if it means anything bad. Slump god. Slump god with someone who takes way too many downers. Alright, never mind.
No, what is it? Wait, somebody what?
There's a rapper called Ski Mask the Slump God who used to take way too many Xanax.
Oh god, no.
And that's where the term slump god came from. But it does, steezy style with ease.
Let's throw it on there, it's funny.
Oh, a male that gets a lot of females is apparently also it.
Well, I'm married, so...
When someone sleeps the majority of the day. The word slump god was created by Tristan Hofferforth in 2016. What?
I think that was one of those random entries.
This is a lot of different meanings. Way too many meanings. Ah, whatever. Fuck it, we're not gonna... Yeah, I need a title. Anyway. Actually, I should probably add you on that. What country are we today? Name a country. Name a letter, Bulljacks.
Do Danish.
Jordan. Got it.
Jordan. Sure. Is there even Jordan?
Dane, and that was the first thing. So we're going with it.
I like the colors of the flag, so I'm all for it.
Gotcha. I can dig it too. My notebook over here. Either way, I think we're just waiting on the lobby to get done, and then we'll be good. I don't know. Are we good yet on the stream? Yeah, we are. Okay. Yeah, we're all good. Nobody watches the beginning of streams yet anyways. Why put effort into an intro? Oops. How's your day going, Bulljacks?
Oh, it's pretty good. I took a nap today, and I slept with the wife, and now we're here to cast this wonderful game of Dota, who I'm very excited to see this game. Very excited to see both these teams.
For sure. I haven't gotten to cast either of these yet, I'm pretty sure, but I do recognize a lot of the names, so should be enjoyable. League of Lads, Sunday night. Showdown? What's another word for showdown? Sunday night. Sunday, Funday, Monday. What rhymes with Sunday? Friday Night Lights. Is that what? That doesn't rhyme either. Sunday night. I need a thesaurus.
Sunday Funday.
No, because that doesn't go with like League of Legends, Sunday night, Sunday Funday. That's what I did, but I feel like Sunday Funday is way too common, you know. Whatever. I gotta spice up the verbiage just a bit so that people get excited. PeepoGlad versus the law. Alright, we we tweeted that out. We're good.
Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
Alright. So, I'm not... Alright, I'm getting that late afternoon tiredness, but we'll fight it off. I'm not entirely sure what to expect from this series. Again, I haven't really casted either of these teams yet, and I don't think I've casted too much from this group either. Who is pinging me?
They don't know how hard it is to get a series in this league to cast. They don't know. Because they're like
just
new,
cast
if you
with
will.
me.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless he's trying to
That's it.
shoutcast.
Radiant team picked.
Behold the horn of Magnus.
Magnus first picked by the law. I think this is a wonderful first pick by them. I wonder where they'll put it.
Dire team pick.
Basically anywhere. Although I don't like first picking a clockwork. I think I've said that like a million times.
It's like second pick because like you're picking into the Magnus. I still don't really like it that much at all. Hey, do you like the banners from the law? I just made them today.
Did you?
I
Wait, they
did.
hired you? Did they pay you?
No, I just did it.
What the fuck, Bulljacks? Get some money
Yeah,
for that.
Nah, I'm really good friends with Clam, so I do it for him.
Bruh, what are friends for if not for exploitation?
Lol.
I mean, they exploited you, I guess, if you look at it from that viewpoint.
It looks cool though.
No, it does look great.
Yeah.
The law. No, I like how you interpreted.
The image will be different soon too. There's a new image as well.
Yeah, you should probably that one. It looks like just a photoshopped eagle with someone's face on it. I don't know whose face that is.
Radiant
Yeah,
team
it's
picked.
pretty bad actually.
Give me a fuck MX Squire in chat, please. Ooh.
That's it.
This
Yeah.
does have a lot going on in it, but it's got 5 players, and they didn't draft the clockwork
10
this game.
seconds remaining.
That's their notable heroes as well. That's like their heroes.
Okay, so that might be a block pick clockwork then. First pick.
I think it definitely is.
Dire team ban.
Wafaz is master tier on the hero.
Oh god. I don't know why they picked a Lich. I think the law is ignoring the first rule when it comes to drafting against a first pick clockwork, and that is literally just pick things that can get out of cogs and you don't have to worry about clockwork the whole game. Lich is not one of those. I think actually Snapfire would have been really good for them, but they've
Yeah.
kind of, that ship has sailed at this point. They could still pick like a Mirana or something. I don't know if they want to pair that with a Magnus though. It seems a little weak to draft a Mirana at this point. You have to worry about your cores now and whether or not you want to lane this Magnus off lane, mid, or 4 Magnus. You could maybe do a 5 Magnus, but I don't think I've ever seen that done.
I've done it like in lower MMR games, but it just seems so hard because you have to just get the skewer. If you don't ever skewer the person under the tower, the hero is pretty useless. So, 4 seems pretty promising. Position 4 seems really promising on it though. So maybe they do that.
Position 4 Magnus?
Yeah, and they just get a different 3 or something along those sorts. Like they even could still pick
10
Mirana.
seconds remaining.
Have a Mirana 3 and a Magnus 4.
5 seconds remaining.
See what they do. They need something that's going to stop the Snapfire from ulting. And right now, Magnus is not going to be that, nor Lich.
The only way is probably Nyx Assassin, which isn't really picked up that often anymore. And again, you want stuff that can get outside of the cogs. Nyx isn't exactly great at that. Sand King might not be awful for them, but you still have to have vision on the Snapfire, and because that range is so long, that's sometimes not possible. Spectre would have been nice for them, but of course that's banned out.
Radiant team pick.
AM might not be horrible either, but they also banned that out. So, yeah, they don't have a lot of lockdown yet on the law. Like, if they get one more thing to at least help the Lich out, potentially a frontliner. You could maybe go, like, Ogre or something.
10 seconds remaining.
You don't want your Magnus frontlining. Has always been my opinion, just because if Magnus is going to be counter initiating or at least going when you have vision on 2 or more heroes, your RP is going to be that much better. So
He's just gonna die, you know, like if he's
yeah,
in the front
and
line
that's why I'm
anyway.
thinking you pick like an ogre because you really don't care if ogre dies. If you get off a stun or something, you're fine. Like
So they picked a life stealer into a Magnus, into a Lich. It was a little questionable because Lich does reduce the physical damage of heroes.
innately, well, not
And
innately, but he's going to.
yeah, easily. And then Magnus has a, you know, a rage canceling stun, or a rage stun through, if you will, with celerity. So just a little bit of a weird pick, I feel.
Then yeah, again, I
They
think
could
they
pick
need to draft
Terrorblade
things.
here. They could pick.
TB isn't. Yeah, TB is decent.
It's good against Clockwork because you can just go like 0-2-1 in lane, and if he ever gets you on cogs, you can actually kill him.
Yeah,
Murata's still
you
good
can just
here.
turn
Yeah.
it.
Magnus
That
just
was
go
the one
mid
I was
or
thinking.
off.
I didn't know if they wanted to pick it, but it's kind of guaranteed that Magnus is going to be off lane now. I'm betting. Like, I don't think you put the Magnus mid, not into a Bat Rider, if that's what they're
Ooh.
fainting. But instant Jug pick coming out from the law. Jug into Clockwork has always been a toss-up for me.
I don't really like it. Exactly. That's the exact reason I don't actually.
Because you can't ever use the spin aggressively. Because if you miss that spin, Clockwork's just gonna run at you, and you have no save. Like,
What
you're just as
cores are
squishy.
left? There's no cores that are left that are good anyway. Actually, they have to pick Juggernaut there. There's nothing that's left. Like the PA's banned, Spectre banned,
I
Sven
think you could
banned,
maybe go. Oh, Sven is banned too.
Void is banned, or AM banned. Those are all good cores. That'll be like okay. I guess
They could have mixed it up. Like, they banned a lot of things that Clockwork doesn't mind, or
I think
like
Jug
doesn't want
Magnus
to
is
play
really
into.
I think it's a pretty insane damage too. If Let's Go ever hits more than hits 3 heroes at an RP and this Jug is next to him, they're dead. So
Which is the good
they do
part.
have that.
They don't have a lot of lockdown for the Jug, but they did pick a Jug into a Bat Rider. The burst potential really
Clockwork,
isn't
yeah.
there yet for PeepoGlad. It's a lot more like sustained damage over time, and you're not going to burst down a Juggernaut, which is kind of an issue if you're trying to kill him before he gets Omni Slash off. I think the game usually, when I have ever played against a Jug, it's like as soon as Jug gets RP, or not RP, as soon as Jug gets eggs, the game's pretty much over. Like, it's so easy for him to just hit a button. He's invincible. He's doing so much damage. If he hits one person with it, they're basically dead. And then he's going to have Omni Slash coming after that. He's just become so hard to kill. He doesn't have to rely on the spin to survive anymore, since he can just turn around and pop the eggs thing, and he's invincible for that duration. I don't know if you can TP during Jug Ult, actually. I know you can TP during Sleight of Fist, but that would be legit if you could. Because then you could just do similar plays to Ember Spirit, where if you're in a tight situation, pop Omni Slash, go for a TP. But I'd have to test it. Maybe that's a little bit too big-brained. I'm getting into the weeds.
So right now, I think Radiant should pick Alchemist.
Alright, yeah, they go.
I think they should go Alchemist right now.
Into a Magnus mid, or is this going to be... Yeah, they are going Magnus mid into a Bat Rider, which you have a skewer away if Bat Rider ever decides to go on you. But the problem with that is Bat Rider can just continue to go on you if you catch him in the skewer. Like, he can tank a couple of tier 1 tower shots and you're going to die really quickly. Those napalm stacks add up very fast.
Yeah.
I think I've really liked the matchup tied into Bat Rider, because you really don't die, but you're basically just saying this lane is going to be a draw.
Did you remember like the show match with that?
Yes, it was just the dumbest
just
thing in the world. I don't even know who ends up winning that matchup, dude. Like,
that whole game was just a lot of fun, honestly.
That matchup is just a complete mess. Like, oh shit, is the other show match tomorrow?
Well,
I might not be able to catch on Tuesday.
I'm sure we can get like a Clever Snake or Rapunzel's.
Das.
Or I'll do it. I'm sure somebody will fill it. But
I don't know when the
Slaughter
next
into
show
a
match
Juggernaut,
is,
and it is Tuesday at 8 o'clock.
Oh, is it Tuesday at 8? Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's the BO one. I might have to take. You can have the Tuesday series then. Snow can. Wait, 8 o'clock, and then there's one at 9. If it doesn't go over an hour, I'm good.
Oh, the one at 9. Which one?
Albert
you just
versus
have them
Peepo again.
Who?
Albert is playing Peepo Tuesday at 9 p.m. EST.
Well, good for you that Albert is actually in the show match. So.
Oh shit! I can just move one to the other.
There you go, dude. You're good.
Yeah, that'll actually be perfect. Okay, well, I used to cast BO3s for this league, and technically I'm going to be doing a BO3. Or not really a BO3, but a
essentially 3
games.
games. Yes, that's exciting. The BO3s are coming soon. I think like 2 more weeks, and then it's starting to start BO3s.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really like BO2s as much. I think I like the TI format of doing BO3s in groups, and then you just get more points based on if you sweep or if you like 2-1.
I believe TI does BO2s. I actually.
Are you
believe.
sure? Dude, they changed the format. They change the format every year, but I swear to God, they've done BO3s in groups.
They've done it before, like TI3 era, but I believe the last like 4 TIs have been best of 2s. I believe.
I'd have to look at it again.
I was discussing Captain's chat
on...
a lot of times. But I don't like best of 2s. I want best of 3s because I just want to play more Dota.
Sure.
That's really all we want to do.
You do want a couple of games because the bigger problem too is just scheduling at the end of the day. Like, the more games you have to play, the harder it is to schedule. We were lucky to have a BO5 in our last finals. Hopefully we can do one again this season.
It's enforced this time as well. So.
Okay, BO7.
No.
Yes.
Never.
Dude, if we want to be like basketball, this is a really good positioning.
My whole team would do a best of 7, but I don't think any other team would do a best of 7.
That would be a lot of Dota. Not even a lot of Dota in one day. Half these cats in this league spend all day playing Dota anyway. Like,
exactly. Everybody's playing Dota anyway. Why wouldn't we just like take like a lunch break, like a 30-minute lunch break or some shit?
Yeah, dude, that would be dope. You like play half the games, and then you take like a lunch break. There could be some analysis of the first few games, and then you like jump back into it.
It can be after the 3rd or 4th game, like the teams can
we
decide.
do like if we are gonna do BO5, just do like 2 games in one day, like the lower bracket finals into the upper bracket finals on the same day. Again, scheduling is an issue, but because you need 3 teams to be prepared. But
the team's just playing fairy feet right here, just kind of poking each other. No one even right-clicked.
Anyway, that's all Captain's chat suggestions. Yeah, that was really weird. They were standing right next to each other in the top lane, and like nothing happened.
No one even attacked. That was a little silly.
Looks like we have a solo lane for Mondo at the start. We'll see if they want to rotate anybody. Again, Clockwork into a Jug Lich feels okay. Did level the spin first on Slendy, so they really don't have a way to kill him unless he screws up, but that's pretty common for a Jug, unless you just want to sit there and farm defensively. I thought they would throw Batrider mid.
Oh, what is this?
This seems like a worse matchup than Batrider versus Magnus, but I could be wrong.
So the Slardar has kill potential on the Magnus, but the Magnus also has kill potential on the Slardar. But
that's what I'm saying. Why not just throw the Batrider here? It feels like Batrider has more. And he's actually going to take a lot of damage here too.
Batrider is far superior than Slardar here. Because the Batrider is able to super farm the camps and stack for himself and get the boots of travel like at 8 minutes and then just run around the map.
Yeah, but if you throw him top, he kind of wants to stay in the lane to contest Jug's farm.
For like 13 minutes, yeah,
and
exactly.
Slardar has a guaranteed stun against Jug too with the bash. So if he does decide to spin on you, you can just have a couple hits ready.
Well. I don't actually understand.
He's actually just going to die on the Batrider right now because he's gone a little bit too far. Not going to chase any further because Baboon's pretty slow or pretty low himself. Did not mean just a random insult there.
Unfortunate.
Why not BO9? Yes.
BO9? Yeah, I'm down for BO9.
Dude, back in the day in the old World Series of baseball, they used to do like BO9s, and it was crazy. And like seriously,
baseball?
yeah.
baseball? You played 9 games of baseball in a day?
Yeah. No, I'm BO9's, dude. It's daily games, so like over the course of like 2 weeks. But way back in the day, it's a true fact.
I'm being hailed BO9s as well. My team is hailing me now, so we're voting for BO9s. That's a lot.
In reality,
That's so much,
BO7s would be cool, just because I like the NBA, and BO7s are awesome. But
we did like a bunch of BO2s in one. We did it before. Oh, bot lane here.
stun up
getting
over on the climb. I don't think this is going to amount to much, though, because he actually does have a stun. Mondo does not have the magic immunity either. Might try and turn it over on the JMac. Has the scatter blast. Does not survive for the kill, so he doesn't get the XP, but at least he gets solo XP for Mondo, plus a lot of gold, so.
Not terrible for the Sand King, but.
2-1. I'm surprised we have a 1K lead thus far. I seriously think it kind of just comes down to they needed to throw this Bat Rider in the mid lane.
This is a very weird lane dynamic by PeepoGlad Reborn here.
Maybe he gets a kill on the Magnus.
See, this is what he does here. You can bully him. He has
bash.
potential.
Might be able to follow it up with the stun. Hits it on time. There he goes. All right. Yep. Well, maybe I am wrong, but it seems like a Bat Rider also could have done that. I don't know. I could. Who knows?
Easier. Lol.
1 kill does not prove you wrong, but it only sort of does. Is this the new Clockwork Immortal? I haven't played with it yet. It might be. No, the Power Cox, that's an uncommon item. Ooh,
it's really the weapon. The weapon.
Okay, and the weapon, what does that give? The hook shot. Okay, yep, that's the.
It's
I'm glad I have this.
weapon.
Shout out to Birdman and Ziffer, both for giving me one. Now that I have 2. If only it was like Pokemon where you can get shinies. Two to 2 though, still pretty even game. Not really too big of a lead either way. Slaughter is doing a decent job farming mid. So maybe you get an early blink on Slaughter, and that's the benefit here. It is going to pick up a haste rune. We'll see if he wants to actually chase with this. But what the hell? How do I say this name?
Oh, Ezon.
Ezon. Okay.
So E and then
is that what those
Zon,
letters make, or is there like an E there?
I've asked his teammates, and that's what they call him. So.
Ezon. Okay.
Ezon. Yep.
Okay. I don't think there's anybody else that I actually need to ask. Yeah, it's just Ezon. And Ned's actually in this game too, but I don't see him. Oh wait, no, yeah, he's there. He's on the Bat Rider.
He's the Bat Rider, actually. Yeah, I thought he was playing core, but then Mondo apparently shows up.
Is he actually on a new team? I thought he played for...
He stood in for like 3 different teams
Oh
now.
my god, okay. That's confusing, but...
It's fine.
I mean, it's fine if he's on his actual team now. J-Mac's gonna get stunned up bottom. I think this is a dead Snapfire, but the rotation over from Smiley gonna get the huge bash on the Sand King. Doesn't have a way to escape here. Actually got the vision underneath. Mafuz has another leap unless they want to continue to dive. The leap does not bring you very far. It's only level 1. Do they want to continue to dive? Smiley is going to back off. Still has a sprint, but we'll see if Mafuz actually walks a little bit further. Maybe going to bait Smiley in underneath the tier 2. Hits a stun, hits the bash in 1. Misses the arrow. What the?
How did that miss?
That went right through his body, it looked like. That was very strange.
That's a little weird.
I'm not sure how that missed. That was, I mean, it might not, it wouldn't have saved him anyway, because that stun would have been like 0.25 seconds. Ned is able to get up to the high ground, will not tick down. Has a salve in a bottle as well, so we can just go right back to the lane. But Jug's getting a lot of space top lane, up to 33 CS, actually in front of Mondo on the Lifestealer bottom. So, but basically even. He has more denies. It's essentially even in terms of the cores. Who has a bigger like early timing for Lifestealer Jug?
So it all depends on what this Lifestealer is gonna go. If the Lifestealer goes Midas, it's definitely gonna be the Jug, and then if the Jug goes Battle Fury, he'll have a slower timing. But I do think the Jug does go Battle Fury here.
I think hear me out. I think you go Mom on Jug, because you buy Mom on everybody. And Jug's actually a good Mom carrier, because Omni Slash is buffed then, and you can show up to fights a lot sooner than a Lifestealer can, even if Lifestealer goes for like a fighting item.
Slardar, I would agree with you. But the Slardar, like if you Mom and then he
plus
bolts
the
to
minus armor. Yeah.
Yeah, you actually melt.
Ideally, that's just a dead Ned, by the way. I don't.
Ideally, yeah.
That's too much.
So I think you...
Stun bottom lane onto Clam. They actually have vision on this too, but he's going to look for their stun onto J-Mac. Maybe not enough damage to follow it up, but the arrow, nice from Fuzz. Might be able to get the kill, plus the Starstorm. Mondo going to continue to chase. Doesn't have a slow. One more hit should do it. Does finish him off. Fuzz has a leap, so I don't think Mondo can get this. He's just going to throw out a couple of right clicks, and that'll work out. But ideally, if you go Mom on Jug, you're using it only in Omni Slash, so then you're not exposing yourself as much to the minus armor restraint.
Ideally, yeah, but I don't know. I'd have to ask Fume about that. I don't know if that's really worth it.
Well,
I
think
think he ever
you're
goes
mostly
Mom.
using it to farm too, right? Like, you're not going to pop Mom in the middle of a fight and then just try and run at somebody. Ned, I don't think he's gonna die for this because he actually does juke up to the high ground. Ned might just continue to chase. The Omni slashes up, and it doesn't go to a creep, but it does lock him on the cliff, so he has to TP out. Not really too big of a deal. We'll pick up the kill onto Ned. He's on taking a little bit of a harassment. We'll see if they try to continue on to this cookie. Forward, not on the same wavelength there. Smiley wanted it back.
Ooh, probably an illusion rune as well. He's on that for a Manta. High level plays on that. So let's see what this. So Mondo is having the Globe of Haste, so he's queuing up to Midas, I assume. So he's gonna go for a later game tempo. So the Juggernaut's going Yasha.
Oh
so the
my goodness, look at these bashes over on Izon. It's not quite gonna kill him. But I think if there was a Snapfire here, they could pick this up. He's actually rotated away. Clockwork throwing in a rocket flare just to say, hey, here's a warning shot, get back or go heal or something. This is actually a pretty good Clockwork game, looking at it. There is a decent amount, like, you obviously can't keep people locked inside of the cogs, but you can still do a lot of work against a Magnus, against a Sand King, just to, like, disrupt their ultimates. Mirana doesn't really care because you can just leap out and still get your arrows off pretty cleanly. But, like, Magnus and Sand King are the two that kind of need a little bit of space to hit those ultimates the way they want. It does not feel good having to use Skewer to get outside of cogs. And I think it still pushes you back too.
Even though Magnus has like 20 more last hits than the Slardar has more gold.
I think that's due to kills, right? 3-0. And he's died once on the Magnus, so. It's just kills plus the death. He's getting really aggressive mid, too.
Very rough by him. They have swapped up lanes from Radiant, but in the bat right or bottom against Sand King.
Ned's got a lasso. If he wants to continue to chase, he's going to throw out, but he doesn't have vision. Underneath the Sandstorm, he's still ticking him down, but Ned has to back up, getting hit by that tower. Another stun, just dies. Not going to die on Clam, though. It's so close. J-Mac going for the cookie. Scatterblast connects. What an exchange there, and I think Sand King comes out on top potentially. Who's closer to the blink at this point?
Him. I think the XP is big for him because he's now a full level up on the other.
Well, it's also a decent amount of XP for the Snapfire though. J-Mac does benefit from that, very close to level 6. But yeah, I think Sand King appreciates that a decent amount. Level 7, still no levels in the ultimate. Bit of a rotation top, I think. They're looking for an Omni slash Slendy, just running straight at Baboon, but he has Cogs, so I don't think he can actually get this off. Mondo might just get ulted. I'm not sure why they're not. Maybe it's a little dangerous, because there is a rotation up from Smiley. Couple of creeps here. Slendy has to be careful how he wants to use this Omni slash, because he might actually get a lot of damage from it. Tanking a bash there. Still underneath the Slardar ult. No, he actually got purged away. He actually never used it. Mafuz gonna get stunned up. May not be able to get the bash, but what a lich ult onto two. It's bouncing to a creep so far. Right on top of each other. A great hook cogs from Baboon leads to a kill on the support. It's a 1-for-2 so far, but I think it's gonna be a 2-for-2 after J-Mac dies. Rotation back in. Smiley going for the stun. Hits the RP before he can get it off. Smiley trying to turn it with the Lifestealer inside. They want to bring down Slendy, which they do. Skewering forward is Izon trying to get underneath that tier 2, but I don't think he has the space for it. Just dropping to Mondo. And a little bit of a dirty fight there for PeepoGlad, but they still come out on top. A lot of gold there for Mondo, a lot for Smiley.
Yeah, it's just a really good fight by the Radiant there, kind of splitting up the fight. killing the
Oh,
support.
hook bottom this
and
time
then,
on the Sand King. He can just stun away. So they can't find the lasso yet. Maybe looks for the Sandstorm. Is going to use it before he gets the Sandstorm off the lasso pop. He needs to be able to stun to the low ground, which he can in 1 second, but he chooses to go aggressive. Maybe looking for the spin on Slendy, so it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. No doubt. He did have cogs up on Baboom if he wanted to turn there.
Dire's middle tower
They might still have been on cooldown, though. It would have been close. It always feels weird going for those plays. Cogging in your own teammates to try and save them, because you might just end up screwing yourself over. Tanking an arrow.
and dying. Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's fine for both sides. I think the Sand King's game is getting a little harder, you know, but he is opting for the blink right away, so he's gonna have
Still about
effects as soon as he
1,000 gold.
does.
It's definitely been slowed by the couple of deaths he's taken in the last 2 minutes.
Radiant smoke up in this top jungle here, trying to find a pick off. Sand King running top. Maybe they running back towards the triangle now. They should invent a triangle and deny this Magnus' farm. They do scout out him with rocket flare.
I guess they rocket flare it and hook it potentially, but we'll see how they actually want to initiate. There's a lot of heroes over here, and it might not be the safest move. They will go onto the Lich just to get rid of him right at the start of the fight. Not going to get that ult off, and you will take the pick. And they're still doing a decent amount as clockwork. Like, as long as you're getting kills, you're happy. It's not the biggest kill in the world, but
I think it's fine for Radiant to not die any other heroes besides Lich.
well,
They
maybe
do
look
Midnight
for
Shadow.
more. Yeah, he's on. I think he's looking for an RP over onto Mondo, but should he pop it like right out of this? Maybe able to get two. Actually, they get a stunt. What
How
was
do they
that?
know?
Cookie just like?
No, they had a ward up here. They ward sentry up
Oh, okay. So they saw him, and they probably like knew he was somewhere right here.
here. Yes. Oh, so Mondo did opt for the armlet into Deso build, so I was completely wrong about what I said, and he is going for the.
Okay,
the hyper
I mean that's
aggressive
like
build.
that's the early
This is the
fight build,
correct
right?
build. This is the correct build against the Juggernaut.
Like you buy an armlet early when you want to show up to fights early, which he has.
Yes. He can fight anybody on this team, like because he doesn't care about the offlaner, he doesn't care about any of the supports. The only thing he really cares about is the
Probably
RP.
RP into Omni Slash or something.
Yeah, but that's easily play aroundable with the Batrunner, scouting out the Magnus, or the Slardar blinking on top of the Magnus as well.
Oh, this is a big rotation. Bottom of Fuzz does have 3 leaps though, so I don't think this is possible. Traps himself a little bit, but again, it's Mirana, so you got those 3 charges. Shout out to back in the day when it was only 1.
That was so rough. Remember that?
Yeah.
40-second, 1 leap.
It was a
cooldown.
longer
Oh,
leap
my-
though, I'm pretty sure. Or like
It
the
was longer.
distance scaled with the levels.
And it was like 8 seconds instead of like really small, like 3 seconds. The duration of the attack speed. Oh, mid lane. They get the last
I
one.
think this is going to be an easy kill on the Slendy because the lockdown from Ned and the lasso.
He didn't
He
press
used effectively there. Magnus does have an RP to pop if he wants to save himself, but not going to get it on a Baboon. Instead, just turns and uses it on one hero, but dies right afterward. I thought he would save it unless he could get the kill on Baboon, but Baboon's able to just walk away, and Smiley, they both have the same item, these 2 mid laners in the Echo Saber.
The Juggernaut really needed to press his Blade Fury there. Unfortunately, didn't get it off in time.
Yeah, this is starting to look really good for PeepoGlad though. Like their cores are getting a lot of space right now while Jugger's having to spend time in the grave. Deso up on Mondo as well is huge. 15 minutes into the game and he's already had.
They are very strong right now. This is a peak for them.
Feels like they need to. Who wins late though? I guess is the biggest question. Smiley almost certainly
Eric.
dead here. Actually, there's both
I
ults
believe
being used
Eric.
from the Sand King and the Juggernaut chasing forward. J-Mac is running right into Mirana, just gonna try and turn it. Maybe go for the 9. Not gonna happen.
Under attack.
And 2 dead, it's a little bit too aggressive. Probably just need to wait. Slardar potentially looking for the blink, but no, they're going to go back in. Ned doesn't really have too much to use here. Does have an Invis rune.
It was a blink
We'll
reveal.
see. I think they might be able to find Juggernaut if he actually runs up to the high ground, but there is a sentry over here. And we'll see how they want to initiate. Do they have an observer ward? Ned not really able to see where this Jug is. They are going to lose 1 mid on the clockwork. And this is a risky engagement because no force staff yet on Ned. There is a TP coming in, but can they get to lasso on Slendy? No, they use it on the Magnus instead, who doesn't have the RP. Trying to focus anyone down is Mondo, but he actually doesn't have a target initially. I think out comes the Snapfire on a 2. Skew has already been used. Arrow does connect, but it really doesn't matter. 2 gone, and PeepoGlad find a way to fight it back.
Bottom tower.
They did lose their tier 1, however. Are they actually Roshanning? Is that?
Yeah, that is.
That is the call.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
They
that's
do
one
have
way to do
a
it.
minus armor with the little shredder and the Deso sword.
Little
on
Shredder,
face.
it's like such a good rush taking ability because of the attack slow as well. Like, oh. It's beautiful.
I don't believe it does attack slow, does it?
Yeah,
It's
it
only
does.
armor now. No, it changed. They changed it.
What?
Read it.
Alright, I quit.
I also didn't think so too until I read it.
What?
It's just
When did
minus
they get
armor
rid of
now.
this, dude? I could have sworn it had an attack
It,
slow.
just, it was like a couple patches ago. Not very many.
What?
It's
How many
only minus
patches have
armor
I
now.
missed? God dang it. Well,
Oh.
apparently I'm just wrong.
On the starter here? Arrow as
Oh,
well.
nice hook. Do they have the damage? Yeah, they do. Baboon, I think that might have been a blind hook. Oh, that was weird dust. I think that might have been a blind hook too, unless he got vision with the rocket flare. But still, really, no, they do actually have vision over here. You're right. Still a nice hook though. Finding the space for that is always really difficult.
Yes.
Hooking through the triangle, like you might hit a creep wave, you might hit your team.
So the Juggernaut, what he's doing, what I think he should be doing is he should be like farming like in these areas, somewhere in the enemy side of the map, just kind of super farming. Instead of trying to fight. Right now, the Radiant, all they want to do is brawl. And the Dire needs to farm a little bit.
I think Smiley
come
may be
back.
looking for an opportunity to use this blink though with Mondo.
Hi, buddy.
I mean, is the call to fight right now, or is the call like we're gonna go back Mondo's? They've already farmed the jungle plus some extra camps. Now they
Radiant
have
wants to
vision on
fight
Mondo
anybody and
too.
everybody right now. They want to fight somebody, take a pick off, and then they be able to take a
Yeah,
2 tower.
that's probably what the call is whenever you get this early Deso on Lifestealer, right? Like you can take towers so
Yeah.
quickly with it. Like
Is under attack.
You
a
just
lot of
kill
damage
everything.
coming out from the armlet. Yeah, and they have a vehicle in the Slardar too. Even Clockwork can work through that.
And the Bat Rider as well. And then eventually the Snapfire can get Aghanim Scepter and
Yeah.
spit him in. This
Or
is a wonderful
spit a
Lifestealer
target
game.
from that, or spit somebody that Lifestealer's inside of, and then they also have a
Ooh.
ball after. I don't think that's gonna happen for a while though.
Imagine
Dude.
like a Pudge, where like the Pudge gets Ags, and then the Pudge eats somebody, then the Lifestealer gets inside them, and then you eat the Pudge, and then you spit it. So that's like a 3-man taxi right there.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Is there another one? There's Pocket Ricky too.
Is it Pocket? Oh, Pocket Ricky. Yes, you Pocket Ricky in on the Pudge, and then the Pudge eats the punches.
Yeah. The only issue is a lot of Pocket Ricky plus Snapfire eggs only lasts like 5 seconds, so you do have to like time it basically immediately.
We got this. I have faith.
You'd have to be like, okay, let's do it right now, and then everybody clicks everything at once, or at least you could have Lifestealer and Pudge ready probably.
Radiant's top tower is under
It's
attack.
not a bad combo. It's actually running forward. Ned trying to find an initiation. Doesn't have the blink yet, though, but has picked up a 4 staff, which is pretty useful. I think that was a drums pop, too. No, it would be on cooldown right now.
Structures are fortified.
Still not really finding anything. They are taking a tier 2. They maybe could go at mid, but they still have to deal with that backdoor. At the same time, Slendy's just been farming in the jungle for the most part, untouched. The last, like, 5 minutes or so?
Go for my master.
Hasn't really had any disruption there. Maybe looking for a smoke. I don't know if Law wants to do this, though. I guess since you have the RP, it feels like you have to use it.
Radiant's
And
top
potentially they get a pick off here. I don't think they want a 5-man engagement, not when they're dealing with an Aegis on Slardar.
Dire's middle tower.
The only hero they can collectively kill is this Bat Rider or the 2 supports.
I think they can get Lifestealer if they have 4 heroes here.
Oh,
No, QSS gonna get spotted, and I think Mondo's just like, yeah, this is not looking good, guys. Like, if Lich is walking up here, there's gonna be more heroes for sure. But they do just back off, maybe expecting more people to play around Mondo. But at the same time, PeepoGlad kind of spots the rotation, and now they're going to go for some. Does hit the hook, back onto Magnus, gets the Cogs push back into the stun. Not layered the best there, but the stun from Snapfire cancels the RP. A great play from J-Max, saves the kill. I think he probably would have died anyway, but at least you prevent the RP from coming out. Now they can follow it up with a couple of more. Lich gonna drop, and it's 2 kills, and we're potentially looking at a dead tier 2 in the mid lane. 21 minutes in this game, and PeepoGlad looking stronger than ever. Only a 4K gold lead, though, so it's not like financially they're in charge. But definitely the map is being conquered.
This Magnus isn't able to output as much damage as he wants to against this Slardar combo. Slardar proving to be very good against the Magnus.
Still got the Aegis for a little bit too. Probably just gonna look at top and then go take the outposts. Wait, is it? I can't remember if it's all towers or if it's 1 tier 2. I think it's 1 tier 2, right? For the outpost.
You are you asking about the XP? I'm sorry.
No, the you have to take all tier 2s in order to take the enemy outpost, or is
Just
that
one. Just one.
Okay. The other thing. Well, that actually hasn't changed for a bit, but it has changed twice. Technically 3 times if you count like the position changes.
I miss shrines.
I don't miss shrines.
Honestly.
Well, it did allow you to stay in lane longer, and then like
That's why
you didn't have to constantly ferry out regen and crap. Like
support life wasn't so hard. I didn't have to buy 5 cells for the laning phase.
Yep. You're not wrong.
Is under attack.
And people praised it when shrines went away. They're like, oh my god, this is good riddance, these things are gone. And it's like,
I mean, they were pretty unbalanced, but I love them because of the brawling.
you're just fighting constantly in lane. I mean, it's not bad this patch either, because we still have that same fighting. I think because some of that meta like bled over.
Yeah.
It's
really
just
like
you have to bring regen. You can't really play defensively, or not a lot of people play defensively early on, because you're just gonna lose map control that way. Bit of a smoke. Baboon's probably going to be the one to tank this if they start running to the high ground. They're actually playing it patient for now. Maybe waiting for Mondo to overextend mid, but can they actually pick this one up? Regen pop. They do see Slendy running over. Maybe needs to pop the Magic Immunity, but doesn't get it off in time. Is not able to actually get it. No, he does get it off, but the Omni Slash is more than enough to bring him down. He had 2 of the people under smoke and waited just a little bit to pop it.
That was sloppy by both teams, I feel. I think he had like plenty of time to press rage, and then both these people had plenty of time to press RP or stun. This seems a little weird. Maybe they didn't have vision. That could have been it. Vision on the high ground.
Law?
Yeah.
There was either way decently successful, because they do bring down Mondo for free for the most part.
Juggernaut has overtaken Slardar now in farm.
Yeah.
By 1,000 gold. Or not 1,000 gold, by full.
Yeah, I mean, he's gone untouched for like 10 minutes now, and he's starting to rack up a couple of items. They're working on an AC.
When does this happen, actually? He had such a rough lane, and now he's doing really good. Nice. Power is a very good spell.
"25 minutes in, we got a 3K gold lead for PeepoGlad. And a little bit hangs in the balance right now, since they did just lose Mondo. They want to look for some kills, but QSS is the target. They want to look for more. They actually pop the drums. Maybe they're running forward on easy, and he can't get the lasso off, though. Lifestealer jumped out a bit too early. Can they get vision on top of him? Yes, they can. Lasso used, and down goes Izan. Stun through from Clam, trying to save him, but it's only going to be in vain. He's just going to lose his life as well. This is like a pre-placed sentry that they use. They don't have creeps, though. Slendy, not that he knew it at the time, but he's actually cutting the wave that they need. DD has been positioned top, but that does put them at a 5k gold lead, 3 kills, and again, PeepoGlad taking a little bit over the map, but Juggernaut's only going to become a bigger issue, and I think the Juggernaut wins late, if I'm not wrong, Bulljacks.
Yes. Yes, definitely. The Slardar does have good potential to beat the Juggernaut, but if the Juggernaut ever gets any sort of status resistance, to not be stunned and just press his ulti, and gets maybe Aghanims, and he's just like, it's a game over. The Radiant has a timer. They need to win in the next 10 minutes.
I would say, like, probably 5, unless they can kill the Juggernaut once. Like, because it is going to be a fast timer if they just leave him alone, right?
I think it's going to be really hard to 1v5 until he gets 6 slotted.
Sure. Which, I mean, what's the 6 slot? Like, Abyssal after AC, potentially? Or does he go, like, Butterfly?
I think Abyssal, Butterfly, I don't even like AC personally. I think Abyssal...
I think the AC's fine. Like, you are dealing with a
Satanic.
lot of minus armor, so he's probably just like, you know what, I might as well. Obviously, it isn't as value, since a lot of it's going to be removed, but it's, like, way better than just not having any armor items on an Agi carry.
Doesn't Butterfly give agility, which gives armor?
It does. It does, but so does AC. It's raw armor. It's only 30 armor, and AC gives... Watch it be less than 30.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Dude, it's less than
How
30.
much is it? I can't find it because there's things on top of it.
It's 10
Damn it!
plus whatever. No, it's 10
No,
plus
but
10
what?
plus 20. It's 20.
Fuck.
20.
But attack
22.
speed is technically armor, Bulljacks, because hear me
It's
out.
22.
If people
It
are
is 22
dying
armor.
before they can hit you,
It helps your
it's
team kill them
technically
faster.
armor.
think the
Yizong is in a
Butterfly-
really sketchy position. Oh, Smiley had a stun. He would have had the range for it too, because I think he
had
could have
it.
gotten it off, but he went for a
Yeah.
hit instead. Got a little
Feels
bit
weird.
juked out there.
Okay. 8k gold net worth.
Does he cancel this with the lasso? No, and just blinks away on Clam. Maybe they go forward, popping the Yules on top of the Sand King. He's still got to stun away, but instant arrow after the Yules Slithering Crush. But I think they might be able to get a hook on the backside. Obviously, into a Marana, that's not the target you want to hook because, you know, just one click and Marana is safe. And Yizon hits a nice skewer mid, does pull back in J-Mac, and that might just be a dead support. Still chasing further with, no, the lasso pop to save the support. We get into a big fight here. RP actually used mid, but he has no help to follow up with. Mondo dropping a little bit low to the Sand King, plus the Omni Slash. Clam making a hell of a play to save the fight for now. No lasso up on Ned. They're going to try and fight Mondo after the Aegis gets popped, but a nice cogs being used, splitting up the team. I don't think Mongo wants to stay any further. Jumps into the clockwork, but he doesn't have a hook away until a little bit. Mondo pops out, tries to turn it on to Slendy, but the stun from QSS brings him down, locks him in, and the only survivor is Ned on the Batrider. Hell of a fight. Clam really turning it around there. It took him a bit after the RP to actually win the fight, but you'll still take it. That's definitely going to throw the favor in Law's court because, like we said, they're on a timer. That, like, 35 minutes is probably your time to end the game for PeepoGlad. And, well, when you're losing 4 heroes during that last 5 minutes here, it's not looking good. Oh, that was...
Oh, awkward.
Weird stun there.
From baller to faller, I guess. I don't know.
He didn't have 2 heroes to hit, so he didn't know where to click.
Yep, he needs more than 1 hero to click.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Radiant's middle tower. Radiant's middle tower.
But yeah, that was actually a super impactful buyback from the Sand King there. Turning the tide of this game, I feel. Look at the... Let's see what the net worth change was here. It's at F8, is it? F9?
I redid mine, but yeah, for me, yeah, it's going way back down. We're only at a 2k gold lead right now.
Look at the win percentage go back down as well.
I do not have Dota Plus, so I can't see that.
Oh, it is 52 to 48, and it was 75 to 25.
No, hear me out. Win
PeepoGlad.
percentage should just be a free for all casters.
Dota Plus should be free.
Yeah, literally, there's 0 reason to pay for Dota Plus. Not
Oh,
that
no,
I'm
there's not.
chastising you
Chat
for
wheels-
buying Dota
chat
Plus.
wheels. Okay, I like to BM.
Radiant are strong.
Sure. But
Pay
Battle Pass
$4
also
a
gives
month
you
for
that.
DBMing. I agree.
Scan works on illusions, by the way.
I did not know that. But
I
Smoke
just
does
saw it
not.
working. There was no heroes there for the scan.
Yeah, I did.
I think
no,
they
you're
just
right.
used a scan. Why are they both
you're
on
right.
such low cooldowns right now?
The telescope on the clockwork.
Who has the telescope or do they not have a telescope? I'm ready.
Yeah,
Oh, stun
let's-
in into the arrow. Baboon's just gonna get exploded at the beginning of the fight. Into a ridiculous RP. 3 immediately gone, and now Bondo getting soloed by the Omni Slash.
Oh my.
They went for the smoke and they
Izan.
grouped up. Like, Izan had a bit of a rough opening to this game. We're not seeing too many, like, incredible RPs until now. Really turning it around, I don't know. It's starting to seem
Sounds
like
good.
PeepoGlad has lost their timing, and we're kind of at the end of this game.
Like we're at
Unless they
this
can
point where we're
pull
like,
a
what does
comeback.
this Slardar do? You know, like how the Slardar, yeah, he bullied the Magnus mid and lane, but like he can't. Unless he's like going and killing the Sand King before he stuns, he doesn't really do anything. Unfortunately, it's just the innate ability of the hero. Maybe if it had more farm, maybe if he went Midas.
I think they can go for more. I don't think they even need to back right here. Oh, no.
Tier 2's up. Tier 2's up, yeah. I would have hit tier 4s there.
Maybe you can get at least one down. It's honestly worth it. Get rid of some of these internal buildings so your creeps are going to cause more havoc.
Exactly. But the law is looking pretty hot
they
right now.
look really
in the
strong
driver's
right now.
seat. Turning this game around. How does the Radiant come back though? That's the real question we're gonna have to think about here. So,
I don't think they do.
Slardar, Lifestealer, pickoffs is like how they're gonna come back right now. You need to find them.
I think
end up
we're
having
at a
side fight.
stage where Law has to kind of throw in order for PeepoGlad to win this game.
Yeah.
Like,
I
they
think
can just
so.
play as 5 from here on out and not really worry about. As every time RP is up, which is up in 30 seconds, they just play as 5, and they're a very scary 5-man that PeepoGlad really can't contend with.
They are 84% win rate for Dire now, so it has completely shifted into their favor.
Yeah, I think the Law just kind of saw this when what am I trying to say? They saw this avenue to win, this win potential, this
Win condition.
win condition. God, that was it. I couldn't think of the word. But yeah, they saw this win condition a while ago where it's just Slendy gets a little bit of space. He went untouched for like 10 minutes there. 15 to 25 minutes. He gets a couple of items picked up. He gets his AC. Manta into AC, and now he's actually over to an Abyssal.
And now the Lifestealer can't ever man fight this Jug because the Jug is just like innately a better hero because of the crit. And then the ulti as well. So even if the Jug is ever in danger, he just ults him. It's fine. Very hard game for Radiant.
We're also about to get Roche. I think this is actual Roche. No, it's May. The May respawn in 30 seconds.
No, it's timer. It'll yeah.
Actually, see, this could be a really favorable timing if it spawns soon for... Actually, I think basically any timing now is really good for Law, because they have RP up. And, I mean, PeepoGlad kind of seeing they have a stronger 5-man, we probably have to stick as 5, so even if we find one hero, we can just blow them up before the rest of them rotate. BKB picked up now on Ned. It's up to a 10-second. 0 charges on the drum, however. We also have an AC picked up on Mondo, but I don't really know if there's an item he buys that saves this game. He's going to look for an Abyssal, and maybe they can... I think they can kill a Jug. It's going to be hard. Because, like I said, you know, in the draft, they have to burst him. If he gets that Omni Slash off... He's actually going Butterfly. I thought he might go for the Agnums, but...
They
could just wait till the Roche.
Armor right now. He almost has 60. He has an insane amount of armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he can wait till the Roche eggs. Too. Yeah. Because it's 3rd Roche, right?
Is it? I should know this.
Oh my god, Birdman.
I believe so. I'm pretty Birdman will tell us.
No, Burman needs to
Shadow?
mod the chat because freaking Twitch, I don't know, Twitch weirdos on Twitch chat is basically
Sorry,
the point.
I'm also a mod. I got
Oh
you.
yeah, you got that too. I guess if I was a better streamer, I wouldn't bring attention to it, but yeah, whatever. Why is there 2 observer awards right here? I guess one's about to expire, so you really don't care too much for wasting a little bit of time, but... We're gonna look at Roche. This is kind of JMac just seeing if it's up yet. We do get a decently short spawn time, not exactly the smallest, but it is gonna be up in 30 seconds. Actually, Splendy just sitting low ground with an illusion, trying to bait them into something. We'll see how aggressive they want to be here. Ned does have the lasso, but again, all 5 heroes here for Law. So it's a bit of a risky fight to take. If they can sit on the high ground, potentially it could be a win.
Are scanning.
Might do this.
I figure this out. Alright. Oh, back Roche Pit is getting insulted now. Let's see by Dire. They are forcing this fight. They are not scared at all. They should not be either. Solar Crest up as well.
Yeah,
J-Mac
this is a pretty quick Roche. We do get the lasso
lasso
away onto the Juggernaut to pull him out, trying to solo him, but I don't think it's going to happen. They've lost the Magnus, but he does actually use the buyback very quickly. 2 being used because Snapfire's also going to pop one. Slendy getting a double kill on the backside, just destroying the Batrider. Smiley running in, gets a bit of a bash, but might just get turned on by Slendy. He is extremely tanky. Arrow does not connect onto anybody because Mondo was underneath Magic Community. They're slowly bringing down Slendy. He's got to be careful here. He's going to drop. Does have the buyback should he want to use it, but Ezon turning the fight around. Arrow back in. They're losing so many heroes here. Sandgate actually turning it.
What is going on?
It's the team wipe. A dieback for Snapfire, and back into Roche they maybe go because Juggernaut hasn't used the buyback yet. 2 use. Smiley running back in. Lifestealer going to use the buyback as well. They want to secure this Roche plus the eggs.
I've got to help him.
Mafuz getting stunned up. Doesn't quite get the bash off, but maybe they continue to chase. Doesn't have any more leaps. They don't want to lose this gem. Leaps up in 2 seconds here, but he actually has it on himself. Needs to get another bash. Not going to happen. Cannot chase any further. Maybe worth looking at a Clockwork Hook, though. Yule's actually used by Clam, and back into Roche they go. They want to secure this. Down for 50 seconds on the Juggernaut. 55 on Magnus. That's a dieback for Magnus as well.
I think this is okay for Dire still. Because only if the Juggernaut doesn't buy back. The Magnus got caught out there. That's exactly what the Slaughter needs to do. Just blow up the Magnus and get him to not RP, which he did it very well right there.
Yeah,
Don't play
and
by
you were
Slaughter.
asking what is Slaughter going to do this game, only he just does that. Like, that's his one job from this point on, I think, in every single fight, and they do make it happen. They split up the fight. I don't think they win like a straight up 5-man, but if they can split it up effectively, which is really what Clockwork and Slaughter are both excelling at. Batrider is, of course, another good hero for that, actually pulling Jug over into them. Did end up losing 2 heroes there, and it's a very expensive fight when it comes to buybacks. I should have actually pulled up the network change, but we're back down to only a 5k lead for Law. What once was about 11k, it looks like, maybe 12k, but probably 11k more realistically. $40 minutes into this game, though. We're tied at kills, and we might just be tied in terms of net worth here soon. I still think Law has a bit of an advantage just because a 6-slotted Jug is a bit better than a 6-slotted Lifestealer, but that's just in a 1v1. In a bubble, Jug probably wins that fight.
I think with RP, I would always favor the Dire team. It's one spell.
Yeah, but if he can just either... Hooking Magnus is incredibly good. Slaughter getting on top of Magnus is incredibly good because you can knock him down for even longer.
Batrider too. Yep.
Batrider is the other option, but you probably want to use the Batrider lasso on Juggernaut or something. Was that the eggs, actually? I didn't see it. Or is that the 4th one? We do have the cheese up.
Moonlight Shadow coming from Dire. 5-man smoke
Trying
in
to
the
make
high
something
ground
happen.
here.
They don't have a sentry in this area. The smoke actually popped the other way. They lose Ned immediately into the RP on top of Slardar. In this fight, not looking great. QSS actually pulling in J-Max so they can't get any damage. Down goes again. No buyback for the Magnus, but Clam doing a decent amount of damage. They lose 2 supports pretty much. Mondo trying to turn it is dropping really low. Again, he's got the Aegis though. Smiley and Baboon both having to just run away. Smiley's so quick though. Mondo might be able to turn this after as he doesn't have an Omni Slash on Slendy, but will just back off. They lose 2. They take out Magnus. Still, these fights are a lot closer than I thought they would be. The goal change is only 600 in the advantage of Law.
I feel like these fights should be like game-ending fights, but they're not. The Law did take 3 kills for 1, denying the Aegis, so it's favorable for them. What the Radiant should do is run at the Dire right now because the Dire have no cooldowns. They have no Omni Slash, there's no RP, they have no Epicenter, they have no Moonlight.
They will
They can definitely
look...
kill them.
Yeah, and like,
Looking bottom.
basically listening to you directly, they popped the smoke.
They are trying to look
Magnus
Molly
still
Smiley
down, but
has
I
a
think they
time.
realize this. They are backing at the moment, and they will just double back around. Smiley not looking for the egg, surprisingly.
He has it from the...
Oh shit, that's where the eggs went. Okay, I was like
Yep.
wondering.
Which I think that's actually not very good. I think the Stags on Snapfire is actually a much bigger deal.
I thought it was either going to be Snapfire or Batrider.
Or Bat Rider is also a big deal too. I don't think I like it that much on Slaughter that much.
Is under attack.
But
If
it does
the
give
slaughter
him
eggs,
more.
does it give everybody healing? Movement bonuses. No, it's only him, right? Pretty sure it only gives him healing for the puddle.
Yeah, only him. But it does give him like attack speed, move speed, all that stuff. So,
Yes.
so it's not
Yeah,
the end of
because
the
he
world.
gets 35 HP regen from it. It makes
helps
him a
him
lot
fight the
tankier, I
Juggernaut.
guess. It lets him be a little bit more aggressive too. I think we're
They have
gonna
a
just
PP.
get another weird 5-man engagement. This time Pull, he actually gets maybe 2 in the cogs, pushing them both back actually. Getting stunned up from the Abyssal. A nice Snapfire ult coming through. Clams, they're both just dropping so low. What a Snapfire ult, doing so much damage. J-Mac with the stun through. BKB popped on Ezan. Slendy not able to actually find a target for now. They've lost the Snapfire, stun back into Baboon. He drops. Ned actually just trying to run away with a BKB of his own, but the Omni Slash, you are not going to survive that one. And Lifestealer not here. Mondo was down in the jungle just farming.
He got RP'd. Smiley and Mondo got RP, but they just didn't
really?
kill them.
Where was
yeah,
Mondo,
I don't
though?
actually know how they did. He walked away.
Mondo
right?
full health. I guess they just run. I thought they might be able to win that
Yeah.
because that Snapfire ult hits on the 3. Clam drops really low while he's channeling up the epicenter.
I don't know how the Radiant lost
But I guess
that fight,
maybe the
actually.
call
That's
is to just
crazy.
back off.
Is under attack.
I thought they could have gone aggressive there, but now they're just going to lose another set of racks potentially.
That was a great RP out by Ezan there.
Yeah,
Again.
just being really
Clam with the great
patient
burrow
with it.
strikes as well. Very nice.
I was a little weirded out. I thought the cogs was misplaced.
You got
Ned
him.
actually going to get stunned up into the Abyssal. That is Ned gone. No buyback.
Wow.
Ezan making game-ending plays right now.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Obviously not the cleanest Magnus game, but if you can finish, who cares?
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's structures are fortified.
34
the
to
law.
29, 14k. They're
Yeah.
looking to just go for the Megas. Mondo is up. Same thing with Slardar, but I don't think those 3 heroes can make a defense to save the Megas. They do get a stun over onto Mondo. Gonna try and turn it. Maybe look for a fight right now. Arrow does miss, but Clam running in. He's not gonna have the match community for a little bit. The Sand King ult coming out. They can't quite get vision on top of him. J-Mac gonna lose his life. Does not have a buyback either. That skewer all the way back onto Smiley. Popping the BKB. Just running away back into the jungle to make a little bit of space. Hook forward, actually. Break down Sand King. A very aggressive hook from Baboon does get the cogs and runs away. Mondo just doing a little bit of damage to Izon, but can't quite get the kill. QSS again with the pullback into the RP. I don't think he has a buyback on Mondo. He's gonna try and survive with the arbor. Top of the save is there for Smiley. He gets inside of the Slardar. What a play from Smiley. He's actually gonna live here. Stun through from Clam. Can they bring him down? The healing ward is up into the arrow. Mondo might just need to run to the fountain, but no, look at that lifesteal. They're turning it back onto Slendy, who's tanking the snap barrel. Stun back from Clam does not come through. They lose 3 in the fountain, and the defense is made without Ned. One dieback used there from J-Mac, and even a dieback from the Sand King. Clam buying back after the hook kill. Baboon making a hell of a play to get the kill and then somehow survive.
Radiant not giving up yet.
33-35. Whew.
I don't
They
know
do
if
have
they
to
can
go
hold
against
Megas,
Megas,
though.
though.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
they
this
don't
is
have a
actually
great,
possible.
like, Megas defense lineup. Like,
So I believe PeepoGlad actually needs to like win the next 4 games to stay in. Actually, never mind. It's the bottom 3 of groups have to play for the next 2 spots. Never mind. I take it back. Everything I was gonna say. I was gonna say they were gonna get eliminated if they don't win these 2 games, but the format is different than I thought.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Rapier on Mondo, by the way. Does not tank the arrow. He just decides to
Okay.
pop magic immunity instead of just moving like 2 feet. Okay.
So Dyer
Seems
should
a
just
little
let this
risky.
fall right now.
No, they're just gonna go for game. No Sand King for 40 seconds. You do have Jug in 10, but can they make the defense? They do pop the Fortify.
Dire's middle tower.
But how long do they stay? They cannot afford to give away this Rapier. We could see a Megas comeback in League of Lads. We're on to the tier 4s. No Fortify is up at the moment. Mondo using another immunity, like really early. Omni slash onto him. He jumps inside of Smiley. Smiley's gonna get stunned up by the RP, but out jumps the Lifestealer. Mondo getting a nice hook in by Baboon. They turn and kill Izon. Slendy getting a little, well, he's actually pretty healthy. They lose the Lifestealer though. The Rapier is gone, and I think that's just the game because they lose 4. For us to go, oh, maybe they can do this into like 2 seconds later. Oh,
looks
no,
so
it's
good.
over. Like,
It looks so good.
Ancient is under.
they killed off Magnus, but that was the only thing they could pull. I thought, all right, again, just the Juggernaut wins the late game matchup is really just what we learned here.
What a graph to see, actually. I'll send it to you on your Discord.
I mean, the net worth graph is just up and down the entire time. They had 80% chance to win that game, the law, and they still somehow, it got close, a little bit too close for comfort.
Very close.
Especially when you take megas like that and they're hitting your ancient. But Izon making some nice plays down the stretch. Same thing for Clam as well. A couple of stuns from the Sand King coming through big to get them the lead they had.
Yeah, I think the Radiant definitely had their timings. They just didn't execute where they needed to execute, and kind of threw their advantage. They really needed to win around the 20-25 minute mark.
Oh yeah, like just that cliff right there. They had it at 100%. It was like a 99%, and then you never really see a graph go up like that. But
Yeah, just like went all the way down. They just brought it right back. So do you think we're going to see a Magnus ban this game from PeepoGlad Reborn? I definitely think we see a Magnus beat.
Maybe. Oh, by the way, Toilet Bell versus Maximum Wage is also going on. Burahavit's casting that with for the Swarm.
Well, I should probably keep that up and let you know the score. Hold on.
It's 43-8 with 22 minutes into game 1. I don't even know how that's possible.
I want to be in that game.
Toilet
No
Bell
offense.
got
That seems like
annihilated
fun.
game 1, it looks like. 47 wait, hold on, how much is this? 47 kills in 22 minutes for Maximum Wage. That's more than a kill per... That's like double... That's 2 kills per minute. How do you even do that? Holy shit.
Oh, 47-8. That is rough, actually. Ooh.
In 22 minutes. Damn.
What is
That
going on? Actually, I
is
did not expect that at
impressive.
all. I had Toledo at the top of my group. I did not think that.
It might have just been a bad game for them. That draft looks a little strange.
Um. Jeez.
Oh, shit. Why are you inviting me to watch a live game?
Oh, don't watch that. I'm just trying to see.
Oh, this is RD12. Harvard in-house league. Okay.
I want to see what Jackson's doing. I have no idea what he's doing, actually. He's playing with noob, so let him be him.
Jack's attack. He's been streaming all day. That's quite impressive.
He has been. I know. I'm
Is
very
he
excited
still
to see
streaming
him.
right now? Appenzeus is casting RD2L if you want to go watch RD2L.
I don't really care for
is that
RDTL, to be honest.
Desperado streaming.
I like lads. That's really about it. Like, I'll watch lads. Anything lads.
Pretty much nobody else is streaming in the league right now. Apparently Mordhau has competitive leagues.
Really? Is the game
Yeah.
still alive?
Yeah. No Tail was playing on his stream a while back. Dude, Left 4 Dead 2 still has in-house leagues, like,
I believe that.
especially with Left 4 Dead 2 getting a major update now, like,
Oh, the community update as well. Yes,
yeah,
huge.
that's like insane. That came out of nowhere this year. Alright, let's see how many Pokemon I've caught. Bulljacks, do I buy Pokemon Sword or Pokemon Shield?
I have no idea, actually. Let me see what the difference is.
Wait, do you not have a Switch?
No,
F, dude. I want to see your Animal Crossing Island.
don't have it. Buy the... Buy Shield.
Yeah, that's probably the one I was gonna get. Wait, do each Pokemon games have different starters? I can't remember. Like, I mean the separate like crap, what do you call them? The separate like versions of the game. Like Soul Silver or like Sapphire and Ruby, I think they have different starters. I can't remember if they're the same or different.
It's just different. It's a different gym you face in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Not a different starter.
Are you sure? A different gym?
Yeah.
Pokemon
Some
Shield
heroes.
starters.
Here you go. I'll link you a little page.
Oh, I don't like IGN's page, but whatever.
Oh, awkward. Never mind.
IGN's bad.
I agree. IGN bad.
IGN bad.
I agree, but It's kind of
I
like
usually go on
Amazon.
the wikis, but for some reason the wikis are never like top Google results, which is so dumb.
I agree.
5 seconds remaining.
But we are into this game too, though. Very exciting.
Radiant team's turn to ban.
Yeah, that's the one I found. Let's find the wiki.
Dire team ban.
But yes, we are in the game too. Well, I'm also searching for a wiki on wait, Pokemon. There's a Pokemon wiki, right?
It's gotta be, right?
Yeah,
No way there
no,
isn't.
there is. I thought it was Bulbapedia was the big one though. Yeah. Yeah, Bulbapedia is the best one. But yeah, game 2 we go. PeepoGlad, you should do a logo for them because that thing looks awful.
Nah. Their name's not very cool.
Nah.
I'd have to do a lot of work for that. Void Spirit first pick from the law. This is a Ezon's specialty. They beat us with this hero when they faced us. Or maybe we threw.
10 seconds left.
I don't know.
Decided?
Couldn't tell you.
5 seconds remaining.
They did ban the Magnus though off from PeepoGlad Reborn and the Clockwork. I think 2 respect bans against the law.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
Okay.
That was a very weird pick here.
So we do ban the Clockwork out. Yeah, I really don't agree with the first pick Clockwork. But they do ban it out initially. I am a big fan of like third picking Clockwork, but with the new like ban pick phases, it's kind of bad because they have 4 bans to easily get rid of something. So usually you have to like second pick a Clockwork for it to see something, and you probably want to have second pick for that, just because you get to see 2 picks before you pick it. So you at least can assure Clockwork has 2 targets to go on, but since there's like a Void Spirit Titanite and it's banned, wouldn't be that great.
10 seconds remaining. Radiant team's turn to ban.
Yeah, I don't like the starters that much in these games, dude.
So the Radiant, I like the Radiant much more than I like the Dire. The reasons being, the Radiant, they have a flex hero because this Tidehunter, they've shown it can go position 5 as well as position 3 on this team. So they have a flex hero, and this Void Spirit is also a mid-tempo controlling hero. So they have an initiation style hero as well. Where on the Dire, they have a hero that does really well in lane with the Rubik, and they're like a meh hero on the Grimstroke. Like, it has a lot of utility, of course, but we'll have to see what they pick a combo with the Ink Swell. Not a very good. It's okay. Like Lift into Soulbind is okay. Like, that's an okay combo, and so is Fade Bolt. That's a lot of damage. That's not the end of the world. It's not like a Doom.
10 seconds remaining. Radiant team's turn to ban.
Bans are just coming out extremely fast here from both sides here.
They don't want to waste time. Like, we're still at 2 minutes reserve time for either. Like,
I like it when both teams have a plan. They know exactly what they want, it looks like.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I believe if Law wins this game, they will be tied for first in the standings of Group B. With Free Logical, who they actually 2-0'd.
Oh, Law won game 1, by the way. If anybody asked in chat, they forgot to mark it. Rip.
Yep, Law won game 1. Yep. So everybody said the Law team would be down in the bottom of the group, so that's pretty surprising for a lot of lads. So it's very cool to see some
Dire team's turn
upsets,
to
if you will, or dark horses, in a sense.
ban. Dire
Brood
team's
Mother
turn
Band coming out, even though they do have a Tidehunter, which is kind of feel weird. Spectre immediate pickup. So they picking the Viper now, or are they picking the Viper 18th? When's it coming out?
Probably
They do.
last. I don't think you pick it too early, but you have to worry about it getting banned too. Ah, God. Is this like mid-tide offlane chaos? I mean, they have a lot of ways to do this because their first 3 picks are all flex. Like, completely.
They do. Yeah, they're all flex, yes. And even the Chaos Knight can offlane too, because the Chaos Knight is an offlane and a safe lane for this team as
10
well.
seconds remaining.
So they have so much flex right now.
5 seconds remaining.
All I know is that the Void Spirit is mid. I can guarantee that.
You think the Void Spirit's gonna be mid guaranteed?
Guaranteed.
That's not a flex then, right?
No, it's not a flex pick. It's guaranteed mid.
We'll see. Obviously they're gonna spend a bit of time. You think they're gonna go Viper that early? Like, well, probably not early, but.
Oh, I mean, like, I don't like the Chaos Knight and the Spectre. Like, yes, it is a natural Silver's Edge build up, but they pick an Underlord now, and this feels like a very late game oriented drop from PeepoGlad where they can't really mess up the game.
Sure.
I definitely like the Dire's draft a little bit more. We'll see what they can combo pick though from the Radiant. Let's see what they come up with. They're gonna have to decide what lane this Tidehunter's going right here with this pick. I have no idea. So Tidehunter Chaos Knight lane is a lot of minus armor, a lot of damage. There's the gush. So like it's like -4 armor and damage crit. It's like it could easily be like 230 damage onto the Lord. So they could easily kill him. Then they could pick a fuzz hero here. Being Marana is not awful. I think Ancient Apparition is pretty good too for them.
Especially, yeah, you can't get rid, or Tide can actually get rid of the AA alt, which is very nice. Putting the lines back up.
Radiant team ban.
Did they pick the Viper? No.
Like Phoenix.
This is
here.
such a weird draft. What the fuck?
They're going for this massive team fight on the Radiant.
They do, but like I'm not sure I'm digging it too much. They don't have a lot to hit the egg, I guess. But
Like
like
nothing, yeah. They just have the 2 supports, so it's good on that, and it's good against Spectre too if they have any sort of control against them. It'll burn alive against the Sunray.
Radiant team
I don't really like it that much, though. I feel like I'd like an Ancient Apparition more on the Law rather than this Phoenix pick. Just some more burst potential on the Underlane and the Spectre earlier on, rather than a team fight control. It does lane a lot better into a Grimstroke Spectre lane, though. They can't dive away and never die.
Sure.
5 seconds remaining.
So my go-to like board hero right now against Spectre, I think. Actually, do they even want to support? I think they should side 5. So they need a mid. They need a carry. I think Bloodseeker is really good for the Radiant.
Dire team's turn to ban.
Actually, what? I thought they were gonna pick the Viper. Anyway.
They banned the Viper?
Guess they don't want it to
understand.
hit egg. Is this a? It's not a sniper game because of the Void Spirit. Maybe it's a Drow game potentially.
So they banned the Viper because the Tidehunter is going to be a core. Maybe that's why.
Maybe.
And it's going to be like a core Chaos Knight core
I'm telling you, it
Tidehunter.
could still be a mid Tide Hunter.
It could be. They're gonna pick Keeper of the Light here,
I have
and
no idea
that's how they're
what
gonna
they're
counter
doing.
Spectre.
We could still see like a support Void Spirit with like a support Phoenix, and you go like mid Tide. You could do like mid Void Spirit into core Tide Hunter, offlane Tide Hunter, offline Chaos Knight. Like I have no idea how they're gonna lane this.
I have
Like,
no idea what's going on either. I wish I could tell you.
I don't
So,
think
like,
PeepoGlad
they
knows
need a
either.
building
though.
hitter. They need building hitters. They have no building hitter right now.
They
On
have
the
a lot
Dire
of team
and the
fight.
Radiant.
I think.
That's the off lane.
All right. Well, I think they're a little bit too wombo combo-y, but I guess the idea is when you have a bunch of like team fight ultimates, you can layer them so that you don't ever have one on cooldown without having another, right?
He can only silence 2 heroes on Grimstroke, and he can't silence every teamfight ulti. They have 3, so you know there is that. It's good so far from the Radiant. I think the Sand King pick is really good in lane against the Spectre as well.
Yo, thanks, Birdman. I picked that country myself. Technically, you picked the country for this stream, but what country did you say? It was Dan something? Danish?
Jordan.
Oh yeah, you did say Jordan.
No, you said
No,
Jordan.
we
I said
picked Jordan.
Danish.
You said Danish, which technically isn't a country.
I don't remember what I said actually.
You said Danish, dude. Anyway, they pick a Monkey King. I guess that's something that can hit egg. Bulljax, did you take like a European countries class? Because I didn't.
It was the whole list that was brought up from Dota on casting on country
Danish?
play. I read from there. I don't remember what it was. It was Dutch or something.
Deutschland? What?
I don't
Dutch?
remember.
Dutch isn't a country either. You're just saying
I-
like cultures.
I live in America, sir.
I mean,
really.
so do I. I could be totally wrong, but I'm pretty sure Danish and Dutch are not countries. That is a
I don't
dope
believe so.
Underlord set. Maybe Denmark is what you're thinking of.
Maybe it was Denmark.
Amsterdam is where the Dutch are mostly.
I know it started with a D.
Not
That's all I
Amsterdam,
know.
but Netherlands.
So the
Probably
cosmetic
Denmark.
game. I think the Dyer's winning the cosmetic game right now.
Slightly. I like the Dyer's draft a bit better too. I think the problem with drafting this many like team fight ultimates is that you just way overthink your fights then. And they don't really naturally happen.
So count the circles right now. Sand King, Phoenix, and Tidehunter all have circles.
So
Right.
does Void Spirit.
Oh, Void Spirit. That's
has,
four.
like,
That's
6
four
of them, dude.
circles. Yes. So then let's go on the other side. We have Grimstroke has a circle. We have
He does.
hold on. Let's see. He has 2 circles technically because of the latch.
Oh, I
There's a
don't think
circle
that's a
around
circle
him.
though, dude.
1 circle.
I
So
think
Monkey
the
King has a
East West
circle.
better
That's
circle.
2. Underlord has 2 circles. That's 4.
Technically, Rubik can steal every single circle as well. So.
Yeah, so that is a 4 potential 5. So I feel like the Dyer has
Well,
the
no.
definite advantage.
No, because Void Spirit has like 6 circles. 7.
Prepare for battle.
Yes, he's dissimulate. Actually, so Radiant is highly favored in this game.
Yes, highly.
Yep. Clearly.
But yeah, anyway,
Who
we're
do
in
you
the
think's
game
gonna win this
2.
game?
Law did win game 1. I should probably mark that on the stream, but I need to throw up a new text. Oh god, Law won game
So much
1.
work right now. Oh, one game 1. I'll type it in chat. Don't worry.
Well, yeah. Law won game 1. Thank you, Bulldogs. We do have a little bit of
draft
engagement
7.
bottom. This is a
so far.
first level reality rift. QSS bottom on support, Tidehunter. What?
Yep.
Is this a
This is
show
a
match
lost
game? Like, I don't
specialty.
understand any of this at all. Like,
They have done really well with this. They beat us with this.
this has never been done before in the history of Dota. Apparently it has, though.
This is a specialty by QSS.
So offlane Sand King, Clam playing that again. Clam's probably pissed because he's just like, guys, seriously, I'm just gonna play Sand King the entire night.
Yep. I bet you he is not happy right now.
I wouldn't be.
Battle.
Wait, how does the goal thing work? I never understood. Do you have to shoot it at somebody in order for a goal to spawn? Because like, you can't
I
just
wish
shoot
I
it
knew.
anywhere, right?
I don't know exactly how it works either. I don't use
They
these things.
don't. They don't tell you this,
I wish I knew.
dude. I should have. I bought the battle pass and I have no idea. I only bought the battle pass just so I could play soccer. Actually, By
But
the way-
I don't use any of them.
spreading the word. By the way, Football Manager and Watch Dogs 2 are both free on Epic Games Store this weekend. If anybody
Ooh,
did
Watch
not know
Dogs
that.
too.
Yeah. I don't know how good Watch Dogs 2 was, but it's not set in Chicago, unfortunately. And I was like, hey, that'd be so cool to explore Chicago in a video game world, but now it's in San Francisco. So,
Same.
lame. But Football Manager is apparently really good. I don't know. Not a big soccer fan. What? They're broken. Oh, they're broken on the ground here. If that's what he means. I don't know what he means. This one works.
They're all broken, yeah.
No, the one on the flagpole works.
The flagpole ones work. I don't know what's happening to the actual
Why is
logo
Void
ones. I'll have to look at them myself.
No, the flagpole one looks fine. The one you didn't do the one on the ground. I thought I said you had to give it to him.
I gave it to him. I don't know if it didn't update or not.
They might have
know.
not framed it correctly because I can like kind of see.
Maybe.
I can
Maybe I'll
see like
actually
the
make
upper
the
half
smaller.
of it. That's weird.
Either way.
No, this is a big deal. I need to get to the bottom of this.
His internet went out. Doesn't know when it'll come back up. Okay.
Makapo.
You know, that gives me time to get water, actually. I'm gonna leave you on your own.
I should
Sorry.
probably get water.
Yeah, let's take a minute.
We're just gonna leave stream sun. I won't actually go to get water. I'm fine. Although, I don't have any water in here. Don't think I have water in here. No, it's empty. Do have the start of the game though. No bounty runes quite yet. We are still just waiting on that. I haven't seen a Monkey King in a long time. This will be interesting. It's been a while since I've gotten to watch a Monkey King game. Okay. We are almost ready to start again. Let me do a quick slash roll. See if anybody beats me. 75, that's pretty legit. Yes, correct.
Let's go.
A fuzz top on Phoenix. We actually have a little bit of a position switch up with oh no, this is still a 4 Rubik for Baboon. Okay. I did have in a pub the other day, like Rubik playing 5, and I just think it's disgusting. Also Rubik leveled lift first, which is still disgusting. Lift is garbage. Level 1. Should be able to get him some work. He's actually hitting a hot pepper for QSS. I'm curious to see how this is gonna work out. He's leveled Gush first, just to go for harass, I believe. But also the mana regen on Tidehunter is just god awful, so you can't really spam these abilities. He's bought 1 mango to keep his mana up, and Gush is a pretty expensive ability, at least for Tidehunter.
40% slow though. 40% slow plus the Orb of Venom.
They're gonna try and go for a kill on a
55.
Baboon. He does get the damage decrease, but I don't think it's gonna matter. One more hit from Slendy is gonna get the kill. He's regenning enough though. Slendy's gone a bit too far. Actually got juked around the trees there. And they really can't go for a kill onto Ned, I fear. Which is kind of unfortunate because the time you want to kill Pit Lord is basically right now before he's able to get a lot of damage from the Atrophy Aura as well as a couple levels into it. And since he has that Rubik backing him up as well, it's a lot of minus damage coming out from this lane for PeepoGlad. Top lane 2, Mondo, not really facing too much harass right now. 8 CS to start. Mafuz just trading a bit with JMac, but that's about it. I might actually just miss first blood. They finally bring down that Rubik. Slendy just chasing over into the jungle for him.
I did not see it either. Surprising.
Izan on the mid Void Spirit this time with Smiley on the other end. Monkey King, I think Monkey King potentially wins this matchup, especially if he's able to just continually get up Jingu stacks. They've fully swapped positions right now. Smiley on the wrong
this
side
is
of this.
definitely Monkey King favorite, right? I feel like it's super easy for. I think so, right? Yeah, look at that.
What can you really do on a Void Spirit other than taunt him every now and then? He's going back for CS though. I thought it would continue to trade, but he also, I've missed 2 kills thus far. 3 kills now.
3.
Oh my.
Oh, I missed it too. Oh no.
Oh no.
This game was a lot more active than last game.
At least at the very beginning, we lose Phoenix, we lose Rubik. I'm still thinking about mid, and it looks like Smiley's just gonna own this lane though. Yeah, not gonna get the kill. It's gonna be close. Nope. Did not quite get vision on him to do the last hit, but potentially this is even worse because Izan walks back to base now. And TP's back out. So a lot of space for a Monkey King early. 16 CS, he's going to turn that into a bigger lead as well. And as soon as Izan comes back, he's going to have to deal with Monkey King having the Boundless Strike back up. Probably level 5 once he actually is able to TP back, potentially. And I think he maxed Jingu, right?
The Wood Spirit just needs to get level 6, and then he can leave the lane.
I don't. Yeah, 6. I think sometimes Monkey Kings want to leave the lane a little early. Just you put like 1 level into Tree Dance, and you can farm the jungle really efficiently. But I think this is the case where Smiley just continually lays the pressure on to Izan, because every single time he's walking up, it's just a combo of 3 hits and a Boundless Strike, and he's already 25% HP.
Bot lane, bot lane.
Oh, they are going to go back in over onto Ned. Ned getting very low. Can't actually follow up with the damage, though. QSS gets blocked a bit. A couple of right clicks from Baboon might just be able to get the kill, but he's so damn tanky on the Tidehunter. Baboon can't chase too much further. Slendy dropping low into the lift. A couple of right clicks coming out. Ned ends up turning it onto the core. Baboon getting the last hit.
Mid lane.
And, yeah, mid lane yet. Oh, he dodged the Boundless Strike with an illusion rune. That is a hell of a play from Izan.
That was sick. I don't know if it really matters though, but that was cool.
No, I think it matters a lot actually, because it allows him. He got the bottle charge, and now he can stay in lane just a bit longer. And I'm lose the kill on Sand King top lane. Mondo just running at him with a dagger. And even still, might just continue to go. Mafa is tanking a dagger, doesn't have the dive away for another 7 seconds, but Mondo potentially taking tower shots here, not gonna matter. So he only tanks 2. J-Mac also got really low, but nothing to worry about. You get the 5-minute bounty runes up. We do lose. Oh, he just went and died to neutral creeps. Okay.
That is not worth it anymore. I want a public service announcement. I tell this J-Mac every time I stream it and cast him. That is not worth it.
Hey, it does seem like a little inefficient.
26 seconds he's dead for. It's
mid lane, nice is a dead Izan. Well, he's able to stay a bit longer. QSS is actually rotated mid to pick up some levels, though, it looks like, which is leaving Slendy alone for just a little bit. You're basically giving Pit Lord a free lane at the moment. But he's a little low. What they should have done,
they should have put a Sand King middle, I feel. Or like, yeah. I think they should have put the Sand King middle, and then lane the Void Spirit top. And that's the only thing you could do
Void
here.
Spirit off lane. I mean, well, they drafted this big flex lineup too, and like they didn't even flex anything really. Like they just kept everything as you mostly, or you kind of predict it. You said the Void Spirit was going to be mid, and they did.
I knew it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
This is going to be a double Boundless Strike to get all this HP back, I believe. Oh no, he's just playing patient moment. They are going to dive bottom. No, they don't want to go under the tower. Ned's just a little bit too low. Probably needs to figure out a salve or something. DD picked up on Izan, so he does get some HP back. Smiley's got to be a little bit careful. Oh, gosh. It's just half his HP every single time he walks up to the creep wave. Rough start for Izan.
Once he gets 6 though, he can kill this Monkey King with the rotation.
Nothing really happening top. Again, we lose the Rubik. Ned might just die as well if they have another slow in a bit. The Anchor Smash misses, and there's no mana left on QSS. But a good kill for Slendy, up to 3. Basically all onto the Rubik. Mid lane, there is a bit of a dive if he can get off a Boundless Strike. Saving now. He actually goes down. The DD popped by Izan. That is not what I expected, and that's actually a little bit of a throw there, it feels like.
Yeah, that's a little sus from the Monkey King.
Just getting a bit too aggressive. Probably just got overconfident, I think, is the thing. Izan gets
he didn't click on the Void Spirit at all. He didn't notice he had a DD in his bottle. Maybe. Yeah, very good play by Izan there. It's awesome.
Yeah,
see.
It kind of just brings him back on lane. Pit Lord actually dropping tides, getting a little low too. Bit of a trade.
Oh, mid lane.
And once again. And well, we're back to the norm, but still, you'll take it as Void Spirit, right? It's like It's better than just being 0-1 at this time. QSS is just dead. Tree Dance actually being used by Smiley. He did put the 1 level into it. Level 4 Jingu Mastery. Even still.
Going for the Deso on the Monkey King.
Yeah,
So
I
really
think
good.
it's fine. There's a decent amount of armor on this other team. You want to be able to explode Chaos Knight, who's a decently high armor hero. Actually, Chaos Knight does not have a lot of armor. I think usually you buy Deso against low armor heroes, right? Just because you get more efficiency out of it then, or at least more damage. If they have high armor, it's not really great. This is a bit of a dive bottom pull in, and a Sunray onto Baboon. He's just getting annihilated, and now Ned might be next, and he does not have a TP or an ultimate to get out of this one. He has level 6, but he's already used it on something else. Slendy running up has a stun in 2 seconds, stun in 4 seconds from Clam, but he goes for the juke back next to the tower. Everybody getting their ankles broken. Stun missed by Clam. Ult actually popped by Slendy. Tries to get back over into the trees. The stun thrown. He's breaking everyone's ankles right now. Ned's gonna live. I don't know how he did it. Oh, now he's gotten a little bit overconfident after breaking everybody's ankles, and he drops. And the same thing happens to Baboon.
What just happened?
You go from the biggest brain jukes to the stepping out a bit too far. I thought Ned was fine there if he just backed up into where the side shop used to be. Maybe he thought he needed to juke a bit more, but...
The net worth between the mids is only 500. It's not as significant as I thought it would be.
Mid lane, 39. Yeah, I mean, I guess with the kill though, that does kind of... You get a lot of that gold back on Ezon, so... It's a pretty big deal. Monkey King is a bit of a faster farmer though, especially with the tree dance. QSS getting slowed up. Mondo might try and chase this any further. Does have a silence for the Tidehunter. You also have a Ravage if they want to use it. The rotation over stunning up Smiley as well. Do they want to continue to chase? They did use a Ravage for this, but I think he's still going to lose his life. Dagger completely misses, but really not mattering. Smiley gets the last hit with a DD for these mid laners. Always spawning top, it feels like. Level 9 now on Ezon, so he actually has caught up in terms of XP too. But then just gets denied every single creep. You have another rotation bottom stun, this time in onto Ned, does connect, and the reality rip back onto Ned. I don't know, this game is very strange. It's really hard to call right now. It seems incredibly even, just kills happening all over the map.
Yeah, I think this game is extremely even right now.
Like, top lane's going really well for PeepoGlad. Bottom lane's going really well for Law. This is a Chaos Knight, though. I don't know if Chaos Knight just owns Spectre.
They think it's good against them. I don't know if it is.
I think it's like a mid-game. A mid-game Dominator is the CK into Spectre. And then as soon as Spectre gets 6 slotted, probably a Spectre win, because Spectre just kills the rest of your heroes around the CK. Mischance works on all the illusions. If he goes for Radiance, we'll see if he actually picks that up, but it looks like he's going the Manta build right now. They might just kill Mondo as well, but I think he's spotting this one. There's a lot of pings coming out. A little bit of a smoke. They've actually spotted the smoke with a Cliff Ward. That's a really nice ward placed by J-Mac. Doing a lot of work right there. They don't expect that one. Just a TP bottom from Mondo, and he's going to avoid the gank there.
The Radiant is winning this trade though because they're hitting the Dire tier 1 mid. It's already half HP.
I believe it's going to be 1-for-1 unless they can take mid tier 1. J-Mac might just die here too. Haste rune popped by Ezon, could kill him before the ink swell. The stun does come through. Smiley jumping in, gets the slow, but he's got a haste rune up for a lot longer. Does not lose the Grimstroke. You don't lose the tower. It is going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Running back in, Baboon gets the lift, but the haste rune is so pesky. Still going, the reality rift actually stolen back on the Ezon. He does not have another charge for another 6 seconds as this fight's gonna go a bit longer though. Mafudge using the Ravage on hitting 3 at the very edge, somehow connecting. Ezon's still alive. They've lost the Monkey King, they've lost Rubik, and now they're gonna lose Pit Lord unless, no. Reality rift back onto Slendy. That was the most ridiculous Ravage I've ever seen. It was an inch away from hitting no one, and it connects on 3.
Dyer's middle tower isn't going to last long.
That was just perfectly placed there by QSS.
Someone better help Dyer's middle tower.
12-7, it gives them a very big early game advantage winning that fight, especially killing Monkey King for the 2nd time after that good start. Now Ezon's looking pretty strong. Kind of went from struggling early on to now he's got at least a game for himself.
That's crazy. That Ravage was the edges of it. I can't believe he did
Dude, that's
that.
like a universe chrono, but in Ravage form. Like,
No hesitation as well from the captain, showing he has. It's good for him. So what does the Dyer do to come back now?
you just play out this game. I don't think they really need to worry too much. We're really early on in this. Like, hopefully your timing with Spectre is before the game's over, I think, because you're probably looking at late is really the only option. I'm not sure they can take this game in the mid game without having to like run headfirst into a CK and losing. They have to survive that CK power spike, which is it's already starting to hit pretty hard. Echo Saber only on CK is pretty strong.
He's just going straight for Silver's Edge.
Yeah.
First item.
I mean, useful against Pit Lord, useful against Spectre.
Oh yeah.
It's good into Monkey King as well because I think it breaks the Jingu Mastery hits from adding up. Probably not going to get as big of a use out of that, but
Thanks.
still, it is something at the very least.
Win percentage is 56 for Radiant, so it's really even game still.
Not surprised, as they're going to get a bit of a rotation top. Mondo throwing out a dagger just to slow them down. There is a blink on Clam. Hits the stun blind into the trees. Mondo trying to get away with the dagger, but the pull alt being used. Spectre able to get away, I believe. No, he's actually ran into QSS, the support bottom. Might try and turn this, but now no, that's Gush stolen.
Oh no, he did Ravage to the Spectre though.
Oh, he did. Okay, I thought you said Ravage stolen, and I was like, what? But yeah, didn't use the Ravage, does not kill Mondo though, but Slendy's already TP bottom. Now Smiley has to back off. They've already used the CK alt,
Radiant's middle tower
but they're not going to get any use out of it.
Oh yeah. Good escape by Mondo there.
tower shouldn't have to take this abuse.
This is very strange.
Have been snow
Immediate smoke out from Dyer here. This is a good smoke for them.
Yeah.
Noticing the team fight ultis are down.
Mondo just picking out the alone support, and you're not going to die. Hopefully you don't die to a Tide Hunter as a Spectre solo. Unless it's like a core Tide Hunter, that's about the only way. You get a little bit of a rotation mid. Ned getting chased down just a bit. I actually lose the kill. They did the smoke and I completely missed that. I should have been following that.
Are those cracks in Dyer's
They're
top
getting the
tower?
wards down. Yeah, they got one ward down.
See how much else they want to go for. After, I mean, that's a big kill onto the CK. I should be on net worth.
Fortified their structures.
Oh, I should be too.
Smiley with a couple of hits. This is a Deso up on the Monkey King. Pretty decent timing for them to be able to take towers. So tier 1 gone. All the outer towers except for Dyer's bottom tier 1 are gone. Ned, but them gonna run over into Clam. Does get the silence. Stun comes out before the silence. Slendy maybe looking for something to get the pull in. J-Mac just walking away as he gets the double ult out. Smiley doing a nice job keeping everybody locked in. They might just lose Slendy here. Two gone immediately after losing the Rubik. Stun back into the Monkey King. Ned or Smiley might just drop. And it's a 2 for 2 with all the cores dying. Egg popped in the background. No chance at killing that one. Mondo has to back out because you do not want to lose the Spectre's life here. But again, Clam's able to hit 2 with the Sand King stun, trying to follow it up with a second kill. Rabbit's actually being used, not connecting onto 2 this time. Ned actually kills off Clam in the background. And only the supports plus 1 offlaner surviving.
This sites are crazy scrappy from both teams, but Radiant does come out ahead because they do kill the Spectre. Actually, do they come out ahead?
I
Underlord
think
Liz,
so.
like, that's pretty good too.
And like they keep the 2 supports alive. They kill off Spectre. Obviously, CK doesn't benefit too much from that because he died pretty early on into the fight. I think he died before the Monkey King got killed, so he doesn't get gold or XP for it. So I think it's a little bit of a win for PeepoGlad. It seems pretty even though. Like even still, it's only about a 1k gold lead for Law. Another rotation bottom though. You're not going to find him this time. There is an Atos up for Ned. I think you can still cast the CK ult in Atos though, so you can break that or break out of it.
I believe so. I believe you're right. Yes.
Reality Rift, I'm not sure if you can use it while you're leashed.
Radiant should know that their jungle is warded, as they've not been in here for a very long time. This could be pretty bad if they fight here, actually.
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
Ned actually just hitting into the tower. He's got 52 bonus damage, working on a pipe still. Come in handy for the next fight, especially into a Phoenix as well. Clam with the Blink Dagger, he's had it for a bit, maybe looking for a Yules, but they will just back off for now. Izan's got a Yules of his own if they want to continue to chase here, but they're going to run into 4 heroes of PeepoGlad. Actually, they're a lot in the triangle right now. Smiley just taking advantage of that. Early, this should, honestly, Izan's in a pretty good spot right now. He's going to have eggs probably 25 minutes. The Yules early on feels pretty good. The supports on PeepoGlad are kind of struggling too. If you just look at the gold difference between the 2 supports there. Grimstroke's so far down compared to the Tidehunter. Obviously, they actually both have pretty equal ways of farming. It's just the space for J-Mac.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm surprised Tidehunter has this much.
I would never have this much farm in my Pos 5.
On your Pos 5 Tidehunter, let alone.
Yeah, that hero alone too. Like, how do you do this? Must have been spamming clarities from the minute 1.
Radiant's top tower is
I don't even know how.
Underneath, they're looking to defend just for some reason.
I don't know if that was underneath the creep vision or not.
It was. It was.
Radiant's top tower.
There's a blink on Clam, but how do they initiate this? They might look at Smiley initially. I think they just jump onto Smiley. Yep, they do get the stun. Do they have any follow-up, though? Yes, they do. Down goes the Monkey King. Smiley just standing a bit too far up. They want to try and bring down. They pull back in Baboon. The ult does bring one of them back, so they do lose 2, trading for a tier 1 tower. And Bulljacks, I'm not sure they're happy with that trade either. Losing the Monkey King. We'll go directly into Roche. And I don't think you can test this without the Monkey King. You gotta have your big circle ults here. This really is no joke where the circle ults come in handy. The Roche pit fights.
Yep, exactly. Radiant taking good circle fights from here. See, 9 circles.
Yeah. Wait, is it 9? 1, 2, 3,
It's an 8,
4,
it's
5,
an
6,
8, it's an
7?
8.
Or is it
7?
8? I thought
7?
it's 7. He's gonna have to pop it again.
I click on the hero, it'll show me. No, it's 7, you're right.
Is it 7? Oh, does this
Oh,
say?
Ned is-
No, they get the stun over onto Ned, and there is no way he is living. Like, that's supposed to be a tanky hero, but he's not really tanky when 5 heroes are railing into him like that.
The Chaos Knight makes Underlord not tanky. With all of his like
Basically.
critical damage.
You get the crit,
like-
and especially he has the Silver Edge now too.
oh,
So
yeah. Oh, I didn't see that either. Yes, he just melts.
Radiant's
basically
bottom
one
tower is under
item
attack.
for this Chaos Knight, but it's a build up. Big ancient camp that QSS is just farming up on the support. That's a really easy kill right there. Reality lift into a 2-shot for Slendy.
This
Izon
is
actually getting the last
ancient
hit.
farming. This is actually so not worth it right now. Go
Yeah,
push
I
the
thought they would
boys.
just give it all to their support so that he can get a mech, but you know, no
Yeah, I
big
don't think-
deal.
Whatever, you know, it's still the morality of the taking of the stacks is pretty
Yeah,
good for the
it's
team.
not looking great for PeepoGlad again. Oh, Clam, he didn't have 2 heroes to hit, so he missed. We'll get a stun back into Izon, gets taunted up, and down goes the Void Spirit. He never had a chance to leave, gets pitted up. Atos coming in handy there. We get Spectre rotating back into this. Ult being used. There is a nice Ravage from QSS, locking everybody in, just melting down Grimstroke, melting down Ned. Look at him go. Slendy with a double kill. Egg actually being popped. Nando trying to hit it, but I think he can't actually get away from this. Clam hitting up with the stun. Monkey trying to turn it, but down goes the Spectre. Slendy running back in, gets taunted up by the Rubik taunt. I can't tell which one's which, or did he actually have 2 charges there? It's a stun back into J-Mac. Out comes the Inkswell. If he can survive here, does get the stun off. Getting a little low on Slendy, but he's still got an Aegis. They do bring down the Grimstroke for the 2nd time this fight. Gonna try and follow it up on a Baboon. He's got an Aether Remnant very soon. If Slendy wants to continue chasing, this seems like pretty risky though. Silver Edge up very soon, but he is gonna pop the Aegis. The rest of the team rotating over, so they will back off and not try to kill him twice. Lots of team fights expended there. We do lose the Spectre and potentially a tier 2, so at the end of the day, PeepoGlad definitely not coming out on top. But you did kill off Izon.
This Tideender has 2 boots.
Going to last long.
Wait, what?
Radiant have
Oh, dude, it's worth.
structures.
It's
I
worth.
think it's fine. I think it's actually really good.
Yeah. It's fine. Like, the benefit you get from mana boots, like, they don't have a lot of mana boots buyers on this team. You definitely need at least one.
Dire's middle tower just went down.
So the Radiant should go top lane right now and secure the
Move speed is legit, too.
the bounty. Oh, it's like isn't it like 20? It's 25 more move speed than mana boots. It's a big deal. Tranquil's boots are so good.
And you do get the bonus, despite having the mana boots as well.
Dire's bottom tower is down.
That is an illusion, but it's not like they use too many big things to go on that, so
Dire's
no big
bottom
deal.
tower has fallen.
Just making sure their territory is known. 8k gold lead for Law. So they do rotate back over, pick up an Invis rune. Slendy a little bit by himself, maybe trying to bring down Smiley. The tree isn't caught, though he missed it barely. Up onto the cliff. Can they get vision up here? Yes, they do. Clam with the stun over. Pull back down to the low ground. Stunned up, Smiley gone. And I think they're going to find another too. Baboon getting a nice taunt, but still going to get silenced by the Izon eggs. 2 charges of that up. If he can continue to chase the rest of the team, nowhere near here. And another one actually hit by Baboon, somehow surviving right there.
The Boon is making lots of plays on this.
Yeah. Well, that one's just to live. I'm not sure that's really that big of a benefit. At least you make a bit of space. You're still going to lose the Monkey King. Slendy on top of the network chart. Spectre a bit far behind. We're not a bit far behind, but it feels like farther behind since Spectre needs a couple more items to actually contribute a lot.
Once the Spectre gets Scotty, I think it'll be okay for them. But
Yes, but it's a bit out yet. Like probably
Yeah,
34,
it's a stretch.
32 minutes we're looking at.
It's gonna be really rough.
They can survive until 35 again. Like 35 always seems like the magic number for a lot of Dota games. This one it might not be because Slendy still has a couple of item slots to pick up. He's gonna get a BKB. You still have a couple of items to pick up on Izon. I'm actually not sure what he's picking up right now. Oh, there's Swan and Clarity. I'm not sure what he goes for next on Void Spirit.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Like Orchid's not bad, Sheepstick's not bad. Abyssal Blade for himself actually is It's not terrible. Maybe an Aeon disc.
Top tower.
Aeon disc. I haven't
They
seen
not
that
get
item
bursted
in a
by the
while.
Monkey King. It's not terrible. It's not great though, because the Rumor can instantly pop it with its Fade Bolt, so it's like, meh.
Yeah.
BKB, I guess it's really normal. I guess let's go normal and go BKB.
They give up bottom tier 2 here. Looks like they will.
Yeah, they're forcing this high ground. They have to come back or they lose this.
Spectre can stay bottom to take the tower, of course. Clam is a bit too
He's
far
really
forward right
far
now.
right
I think
now.
they might just lose the Sand King immediately, which is not what you want. You want to have that Sand King fight for the fight. Sand King ult not going to get popped. Mondo does jump in, trying to bring down Izon. The get egg away. They're going to try and bring it down with the BKB. Ult coming through from QSS. They do not kill the egg. They get stunned up on Monkey. Smiley has to just walk away. Goes for the ult to try and turn it. Ned's going to get lasered down. Smiley now just going for the hits to try and bring down anybody inside of the Monkey King ult. Slendy's getting very low, but he does finally drop to the Boundless Strike by Smiley all the way through. It's a 2 for 2. Smiley chasing forward, doesn't have a Boundless Strike for another 10, but QSS certainly looks dead. Izon is still here somehow. Might need to go for an ult away. The dagger does miss, but they can still get vision on him. They get the taunt. Izon not looking very healthy. Does get one ult away, but Boundless Strike from Smiley connects, and it is 4 kills for 2 deaths. 27 to 17. And
So what
a
happened there
big,
is
massive gold change.
They fought inside the Wukong's command for some reason. I don't exactly know why, but they all ran into it.
Thought they maybe could have just ditched after that, because they already picked up a couple of kills before that. They could have just backed off until the ult was down.
Definitely not gonna force it.
Look how like satisfying this curve is on the net worth graph. Like perfect
Ooh.
curve right there.
It actually looks great.
Like perfect arc. I don't even know. That's kind of.
They see the Sky Phoenix. They left
Baboon
him
does
instantly.
get the. Yeah, this looks like a pretty dead Phoenix. And you think that fight would go differently too, because they're able to get the egg off, but Smiley still underneath the 10-second BKB. He just turns, pops the ult. There's no stopping it.
Radiant's middle tower is
It's kind of up to Clam to bring that one down. There is a blink forward, this time on the Mondo. They get the taunt follow-up afterwards, but do they have the damage? Ult popped out from Slendy, but can they bring him down? He's still just walking out of this. Locking him in is Ned. They get the Ink Swell away, that bonus move speed coming in handy. Sand King ult, I believe, popped there. Yes, it is, and now the Monkey King ult on top of all them. Slendy almost certainly going to drop here. The taunt again coming out from Rubik. So many good spells to steal. And they tried to bring down Mondo, and they end up losing their own core instead. Ned doing a nice job to keep the Spectre alive. This Pit Lord is such a struggle to deal with. Pit of Malice doing a lot of work. And I think they might be able to go for more. Izon getting caught out, getting stunned up, cannot have a chance to ult away. Goes for the Yules, but can they follow it up with anything? He's going to get silenced up and rooted afterwards, but Mondo getting very low, doesn't want to chase further. Clam going in with the stun forward. This time they bring down Monkey King. Smiley dropping, Clam blinking forward, has another stun, cannot find, yep, does find J-Mac. I thought that TP would finish, but he doesn't quite get it off. They lose 2 without taking the tier 2. They kind of just... I'm not sure why they go past the tier 2 there. Forgetting about the tower. Roshan in 45.
Stun off there to save Izon. That would have been disastrous if he died. Could have had a buyback.
Yeah.
in
Mondo,
this game.
yeah, Mondo could have dove and maybe picked up the kill, but I think Mondo's dead for sure after that. So
Yep.
probably not
He was
worth the
about to
risk.
have the Scotty too, so he doesn't want to
Yeah.
mess around.
Well, Bulljacks, this is still a really even game. Like both these teams have lineups that scale into the late game. I think it kind of just comes down to use. Again, this is another game where I don't think there's a draft win per se. Like it's definitely just down to how these two teams are going to play the fights. And I think we might be losing another hero. Izon getting a little gone on. They do get him rooted yet again. Mondo actually rotating over. They get the taunt. They're going to keep him locked down. And Mondo using the ult just to kill one is actually going to go further, this time trying to bring down QSS, but he's got mech boots to keep himself alive. Gem actually on top of the Tidehunter as well. We do have Roche getting pinged out. So they have vision on top of that, but how do they want to take this? Monkey King is back up this time. Also have a Ravage. I think they see that they rotated over into the Roche pit. Yeah, they're starting to ping it out too. They know this is going on. But they're coming from a different angle. This time they find Baboon completely caught out. And now they're looking at, they can get a really nice Phoenix Egg off here on the backside of the pit, but J-Mac doing a nice job keeping the two supports locked in, gonna die himself immediately afterwards, but Roche is already gone. Mondo's found it. She's on the ground still. I'm not sure who picked it up. It's actually Smiley. Egg being popped on the back, but they can just run out of the AoE, gonna try and turn it on to Clam. Slendy bringing down another support after the buyback. Baboon gone. Dieback for him. They get the Pit Lord all out as they take the Roche on. Not cleanly, though.
I have no idea how Slendy killed two guys there, but he somehow manages to salvage the fight for the Radiant.
He just basically focuses the supports. He did not touch the Roche pit at all.
That must be bad. It's still very even, even with Aegis. I don't really think it's really in their favor.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I think the Aegis gives them slightly, like, a fight advantage. I don't think they want to go high ground with it, though. You probably just try and take a tier 2, either top or mid. We're averaging more than a kill per minute, though. And in fact, Law almost has 1 kill per minute themselves as a team, but close. What did Monkey King end up going for, actually? Everybody's buying a Scotty this game, dude. Is it really worth buying 2 Scotties? Like, I don't think Monkey King wants to buy one.
I think he gets Ags first, then he gets Scotty.
He has the Scotty queued up, but, I mean, he could just buy eggs right now, too. He's got 4,000 gold. Bit of a rotation. Slendy just running into the jungle. Underneath the Silver Edge, he's going to pull in J-Mac, and this is a dead support. Look at that damage. Tries to save himself with the Shadow Amulet, but that's not going to happen. Pickoffs are still happening, though. Only a 5k gold lead. We've never really gotten past the 10k gold lead mark. 35 minutes into the game as we do look at the bounty runs. It looks like we're going to go 2 for 2. A lot of good wards up for either team, though. There's a good one here for Radiant. Law getting some good aggressive ones, spotting them up. Well, it is gone now, but I don't know how this one hasn't been dewarded for the longest time. Dire has some good ones in the mid, too, but still, both teams kind of flying blind outside of that. We'll maybe look for a smoke play. Mondo potential.
It's 50-50 win percentage right now for each team.
That's pretty accurate, I think. Like, it doesn't really seem like either team. I don't know why Mondo is joining the smoke since he has the ult. He probably should be the one instead of Ned pushing bottom. But yep. Law realizing they probably want to fight right now. They're 5-manning of their own. Izan is the forward front man right now, running back into their jungle. They got to be careful how they approach this. Izan, your own jungle is not safe right now. We'll maybe look at going on Izan. They're running out of smoke. Izan actually running to the lower ground. Can they get on top of him with the blink from Rubik? Smiley actually getting the stun. They're going to lose Izan at the beginning of the fight. He's trying to heal him, but I don't think he can get it off. He gets the Yules up back into the pit, though. Pops the BKB. He's still alive, but the lockdown from J-Mac. Can they bring down the egg? Out comes the Ravage, but the BKB was used. He can't kill it off from Smiley. The Monkey King ult's doing so much damage to QSS as they try and bring down the Tide. They've lost Grimstroke. They've lost the Rubik. Tide going down finally. Ned going for the ultimate out. Stun back into Smiley. Can he get him back to the base? No, we can't. Slendy just barely has enough damage, but they get the trade. Mondo brings down the support, but they lose Monkey King. Buybacks popped all over the place. Grimstroke being used. QSS popping his. J-Mac did such a great job locking down Izan there.
Yeah. Wasting his BKB.
They don't end up killing him. But, and it looks like they might just lose the Rex here, too.
Right, though.
Yeah, that was a really quick timing to get that Yules off, as Mondo does just run into the Abyssal. I don't think he has the damage to kill off Izan, but he's getting him really low right at the start of this fight. It's just backing him up. Making sure the illusions are hitting. Down goes the support yet again. That is a dieback. We go to get the taunt back onto Mondo. A little bit of minus armor. Stun forward from Clam. He does connect on this one. Ned just getting annihilated, ripped and torn apart by Slendy. Back into the Void Spirit goes Mondo, but he just can't find a target right now. He's completely alone. In comes Smiley with the buyback. Buyback used on Ned as well. Dagger forward brings down one onto Ezon. They could try and find more. They've killed Ezon. They got an ultra kill for Slendy, but can he get out? He's actually just focusing down the Rex at the moment. The rest of the team really isn't doing much. They've killed off Monkey with the dieback. Mondo needs to get a bash.
Oh. Okay.
One hit does not happen.
It's another ultra kill to add to the list. Holy shit.
What the fuck, dude? The dieback from Monkey King. Slendy is doing so much work.
Oh my.
These fights are so hard to follow. I feel like I'm falling behind of every single one. There's so much to focus on.
I do have Slendy as my impact player, so this is filling his shoes.
I've never seen a Chaos Knight do this much work. Like, it's actually a pick that's working out for them.
They prefer it to a Spectre, and they're showing us why. They do not care about a Spectre pick. They're not scared.
We'll see what happens late, because this game's still going. I still think it's a 50-50. You can ignore that 10k gold lead right now. I really don't think it matters that much. Like, it still seems a little bit up in the air. That fight probably goes more towards PeepoGlad, but they did take a Rax. And you got out on Slendy. I think they're going to lose a Phoenix mid, though. He needs to be able to hit a dive away. Cannot get the egg off. It's going to get silenced up. Slendy getting another kill onto the Rubik this time. Tries to focus back onto Mondo. Out comes an ult from J-Mac. BKB pop. They're both just going to back the exact same way. Does not get the double dagger. It will bring down the mid tier 2. Potentially going to go top. No, Clam with the stun forward. This time onto Mondo. But do they have the damage for a Spectre right now? Onto the backside. J-Mac drops. And a very nice Pit Lord ult. Ned just seeing that, yeah, we probably don't want to stay here any further. Brings everyone back to the base. The Uber connects in time. We do have Roche potentially in a minute, and I think that's going to be the biggest timing to decide who is going to win this game.
Yeah, even though J-Mac did buy back, he only has a 40-second death time because he's so low-leveled.
He's doing a decent amount of work on the Grimstroke too, despite being the lowest on the net worth. Like,
yep. He's showing why he is the impact player. I still think he's doing an amazing job.
Like that Grimstroke ult, it seems like he's connecting on the two correct heroes at every single fight. Clam has 23 assists right now. 24 for Mafuzz. 21 for QSS. That is 3 supports with over 20 assists. Like, that's crazy to think about.
The Law team has a lot of camaraderie together, if you will. So it's always love to see it. They're always going together. They do have Ravage looking to run it down. Roche, 2 minutes away. 2.5.
I think we'll actually make a move. Bottom, potentially there's a pull back in, this time onto Mondo. They'll see if they can find the kill. They get the sheep, they get a silence as well. Mondo able to just walk this one away for now. Does have the ult in 20 seconds, but the stun through from Smiley, keeping them locked down. He gets them down, stunned by the tree. They're getting the egg off as well. They don't kill off Mondo, but they do kill off Smiley. Ned running back into the trees. They actually Pit Lord ulted over here, going for the TP. They can't get it canceled. Oh no, he blinked into the pit, so we can't use the stun afterwards. Clam not quite finding them the kill on Ned, but we do get the pick off on Monkey. No buyback for just a bit, since he did use it a bit earlier. I think it's still on cooldown. Yeah, I should probably just go to buyback status at this point.
Yep. What cut down the tree there? Was it the egg?
Yes. Also Slendy. Wait, no, Slendy doesn't have that anymore. I'm not sure what cut down.
Egg, right? It had to have been the egg or dive. Had to have been.
It might have been dive, because I think the egg was a bit further back. Monkey King up in 40 seconds. Mondo just staying back next to the tier 3, taking a bit of damage from the laser. We do get a stun back in after the pull, back onto Ned. A lot of ravages for QSS onto everyone. They bring down Ned, but further along in the base, they lose Izon. J-Mac gonna get the nice ult out onto 2. Mondo's just going ham, but he gets pulled in, loses the Rubik, still getting locked down. J-Mac gonna drop Mondo with a double kill, trying to focus as many heroes as he can with the ultimate. Down goes Slendy, he can't get the ult off. Mondo doing so much work to keep them in this game. PeepoGlad might just be the MVP. Mondo gets the dagger over onto Clam. Can he get the Ultra? I think he can. My goodness, Bulljacks.
What is going on?
Dyer's middle tower isn't going to last long.
Oh
Spectre
my.
is going insane.
Someone better help Dyer's middle tower.
He pops ult, jumps to like 5 different illusions in that fight, it feels like.
They do have buybacks on the Radiance. Let's see if they choose to use it.
Still ult,
TD.
moving forward. We still don't have a buyback on Pit Lord either. Basically nobody except for Mongo has buyback on PeepoGlad. 55 seconds till J-Mac has his, so it's soon. But they will use one from the Sand King to try and keep them pushed out. Not a lot of damage you can do here, but the stun back in, they get the dust as well. This might just be a dieback for Clam. Didn't think Baboon would be right there. And I think we're just going to lose a mid barracks here. I don't think they go for game. It feels like a bit too far of a reach to go for game since that Chaos Knight is up in 20 seconds. We do have the Monkey King here now as well to take these a bit faster. What's the decision? They go bottom. Sand King down for 100 seconds, no buyback. They don't have the Ravage for another 40. It should be 2 racks here. PeepoGlad. Well, it's been 50-50 pretty much the whole game, but they might have just pushed it over the edge. Melee barracks down into the ranged racks. If they want to continue to focus this, they don't have another Sand King for 90 seconds. Get the Pit Lord ult in. They back for now. They get vision on Slendy. Pops the BKB. I think that was already 5 seconds anyway, so not really too big of a deal, but that is on cooldown for a bit. They ditch the range racks. We'll just go look at top instead. Everybody up outside of Sand King.
Not a lot Radiant can do without the Sand King. They're gonna have to wait for him to be up to take any good fights.
I think you wait for these buybacks on Dyer as well. Like, they're definitely at a disadvantage. Do you just go take Roche, actually?
Yes. Radiant has to fight the Roche, though. They can't give it up.
It's not a bad Roche fight for them. You get a Pit, locking down Ned, QSS with another decent Ravage, this time on the 2. Smiley actually popping the BKB, plus the ultimate. Spectre trying to focus anyone down on the backside, tries to bring down the egg by herself. A couple of hits from Ned. They get it this time. I believe that's actually the first one to die. As Slendy still getting stunned up, does have the ultimate, walking the illusions the other way, looking for the reality of does not have a BKB for another 10 seconds. They tried to take this fight without his BKB being off cooldown, and it spells his death. That just seems like not the right timing for Law. They tried to fight without a major BKB timing. I guess they thought maybe they would go for Roche immediately, but it was like 10 seconds away. And that might... it's not going to be game. They have buybacks.
They have to buy back on both these heroes and fight right now.
Not going to be game, as they will use one of them on Izon. They do go for the Sand King ult in. It hits on the 3. No BKB is being used immediately because Smiley's is still on cooldown, but he does have a C. Stun back through onto Clam. He's getting rooted up. Ned's doing so much work in this fight, but they do bring down the Grimstroke. Down goes Clam as well. Laser through. This time onto Smiley. Cannot dodge the stun. Will die to Slendy. They need to lock down the Pit Lord, but they cannot. There is no way to stop this Uber out. It's like you can reality rift the Pit Lord and maybe the ult will miss somebody, but that's about it.
Or staff the Underlord out of it. I don't know.
That's the other play. Like,
there's something. I don't know. This is too hard.
This game's still going. It feels like now we're finally at a spot where PeepoGlad feels like they have an advantage, but it's literally, it feels like none of the other heroes matter outside of Chaos Knight and Spectre at this point.
This is really big for Radiant if they do get this.
15-2 for Mondo, by the way. 25-7 for Slendy. What?
This is crazy, actually.
That
So
might be a
this
record.
is-
I have to run my algorithm again to see what the highest kill count is. But
believe
25
28
is
is.
pretty high.
I believe 28 is. I just checked today when I was checking for rampages, and I believe 28.
I should probably. I don't know if Dota Buff or Dota publishes rampages though to the API.
Dota does. And you have
Oh.
to. It's through. You have to click on individual games and then go to kills. It's under multi.
Okay. So
But it's
how
like
I
a
get
bitch.
how I get the data for the record sheet is through Dota's like Valve's official API, and I don't know if they publish it. Dota Buff actually parses the games to get data, and they make you pay for their API. I think so.
Yes.
Could potentially upgrade that, but it'd be a bit. Anyway. 49 to 36. We're still just back and forth. We just barely got over a 10k gold lead for Law a little bit there, but PeepoGlad is now slightly. They're basically tied. It's like as soon as one team takes a lead, the other team wins a fight. Is
I think
basically
the
what's happening.
Dyer's advantage right now. I think the Dyer has a huge advantage. I think.
I don't know about huge. Look at the buyback status. Yes, they giant advantage for buyback status. They have 3. Law has 0.
This next fight's gonna be the game. Right here.
Look
Mid
for
lane.
the smoke. Smiley might be the one to initiate. I don't think you want to get caught out right here. You probably want to be on the high ground. Mafuz, this
Oh, no,
is
the
not
Phoenix.
really the laser you want to be throwing out right now. Does not have a buyback, and he cannot get the egg off. QSS going for a save, but I don't think he can get it off. There's the 4-step away. Still has the silence, but can he get the egg off? No. They might bring down one. The Grimstone dropping, but look at that Monkey King ult. It's huge. Out on the QSS doing a lot of damage. Slendy's going to get some focus. They bring down Monkey King as well. Down goes the Monkey King ult. Maybe they can focus down Mondo. The Pit's still doing a lot of work for Ned, but Slendy is just getting focused down by Mondo. Does have the Aegis. That gets popped. It's going to be a 2v4, and I don't think it's going to spell victory for the Law, because it's looking great right now as PeepoGlad. Mondo is still as healthy as ever with 2 butterflies up. Abyssal forward, back onto Izon, and I think that's finally going to be the game. 2 butterflies on Spectre. What?
I don't understand it.
Oh, I thought he was ulting way back to the fountain. I'd be like, wait, quick, cancel the GG.
That's what I would have done. Well, GG is called 1-1 series. I did not. I don't know if I expected this, but I'm not surprised.
So, Law does not move into first place, unfortunately for them, since they do 1-1.
Yes. Unfortunately,
PeepoGlad
not.
stays alive, or was that not a thing they needed to worry
So they
about?
all have 3 points. Vibecat has 5 points. So what the bottom 3? So the 7, so the 8, 9, 10 fight for the bottom 2. So it looks like Vibecat and PeepoGlad we're gonna have to fight each other.
Okay, because the Chill Squad 0-6, are they still playing, or is that the other? League of Bads, I think, disbanded, right?
League of Bad's disbanded, but they're from Group A.
Yeah, Chill Squad's still playing, I believe. I don't think I've kept.
Oh, they were the Cuban team, and they got wiped out from the hurricane. So they were unable to play the whole thing. Yeah.
Oh shit.
So, yeah. Unfortunately, all their losses are. It just has to be that way.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. I was very excited for them to play. There's a very high MMR players on that team.
Damn. Either way, PeepoGlad just barely surviving at the bottom. They take a win. You really don't expect them to take a win off of, like, basically one of the top teams in the division. Like,
No.
potentially a #1 team in the division. Free Logical still on top, but the team with the most points still Eternal Kings. Dark W has actually tied them, but I think Eternal Kings playing tomorrow, or are they playing tonight? There was another series that Toilet Bell. Actually, I haven't checked that Toilet Bell series.
It looks like it was 2-0.
Oh shit!
For Wage
that's
team.
another unexpected outcome, but
The Wage team is very good. We were 4-0 against them in scrims, and now we're 5-5. So
damn.
definitely don't underestimate that team.
Well, I think that'll be it for League of Legends Sunday, though. I think all the series are over. There is some games tomorrow. Toilet Bell versus Eternal Kings tomorrow night. I believe Appenzeus is casting that. Tuesday, of course, I am hopefully going to cast both the show match and Albert and the Puppets versus PeepoGlad. PeepoGlad actually making another series, another potentially crucial one if they want to continue to move up. And really, this looked like a strong series from them. Like, I think they're definitely improving from just a rough start in the season.
Definitely. The new team from beginning of season to now is definitely a new team.
I think they still have a long ways to go. But they looked really strong, kept their heads in this series, because both of these games were basically just complete cage matches, brutal. The waters were definitely bloodied, and it's very fun to watch PeepoGlad, I think, is my conclusion. Albert and the Puppets and Marty Shankslayers play Wednesday at 9 p.m. EST. So who is actually casting that? Is that you? That is you. Bulljack's casting that one. Anyway, yep. Bulljack's. Wait, Karen's typing something in schedule series right now. We have an update. Hold on. We need filler for like 5 seconds. Bulljack, say something.
Yeah, I'm very excited to cast on Tuesday or Wednesday for Alberts and MCS. Hopefully I can fill my series in this week, because I have a bye this week. It's like super boring. I don't like buys. I don't like the free
wins. Or just do a bunch of scrims or something.
I'll make the team scrim, I'm sure. No more 1-1s, okay? Only 2-0s from me from now on, Killer Karate.
Is that the play?
That's the plan. No more losses.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think that's everybody's plan, but sometimes it doesn't always work out. All right, Karen's not typing anymore. Dang it! I can't steal a series. Oh well.
I'm gonna get out of here, dude. I'll see ya.
Yeah, peace out. Thanks for watching, everybody.